Welcome to Strongest Style, a pro wrestling podcast. I am your host, the living legend, Logan Hurston. I'm of course joined by my co-host, the gimmick killer, Cooper Prater.
Hello everybody to Strongest Style. I do have to say, I did bring a very good friend of mine onto the show today. He'll just be here for just a short little bit, so I want everybody to be very respectful and give him your warmest reception, please. All right, man. You can come on here. Hold on. He's gonna get set up in a sec.
Okay. Well, while he's getting set up, we have the giant Jack Dudley, as always.
I've got that sense of impending doom tucked away, like underneath everything.
Oh, there's no need. There's no need.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a slow week for the pro wrestling world. I'm excited to review what we got.
I mean, there was a pay-per-view. We did predictions. Do we know who won?
Actually,
No, but
no.
It's like with everything. Like, I'm the only one who actually... Well, to be fair, it is on me. I did send that recording a little late, but like I don't think any of us remembered what we picked. I know I didn't win. That's what I know for certain. I'm like, my picks did not come to fruition. I picked Tekla over Jamie Hayter. Bad pick right there.
That was a stupid pick, Colvin.
They were building her strong, man. I thought maybe she would take this first one and then Hayter would take the next one, and then they build the blood and guts. I don't know. But
okay, well,
yeah.
It was a long one. Like we said about these are so much harder than like when we used to still review WWE and they had like 5-match cards, because you really do have to freaking search to figure out what we picked. You know,
you could like breeze through the 5-match cards too, because it's like 4-hour pay-per-views, 2 hours of commercials, hour and 30 max of wrestling between entrances and after.
Yeah, just wait the next day.
Yeah.
Press that fast button.
Something's happening here where Cooper's cooking in the kitchen.
He's just making sure his guest is nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
All right, I think he's all set. So I'm gonna turn it over to him for just a second. All right, like I said, he's a busy guy, so it's not gonna be too long.
Okay.
But, here for the good Strongest Style listeners, for the first time making his voice known on recorded programming is none other than El Hijo de Generico.
That's my favorite wrestler right there. I don't know if you know. No way. We seal.
Hola, amigos.
Yes.
El estilo más fuerte es el número uno.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Where'd Cooper go?
That's great. Yeah.
Oh, he's over there. He's just off camera.
He's off. Yeah.
Cooper went back to
There's
help
only
the
room
orphans.
for so many people. This is lovely.
Los orphans.
Okay. Well, I wonder if Mr. Generico here is going to make an appearance at Mucha Lucha ATL next weekend.
No.
The answer is
no.
Logan, you're on your own for that one.
What do you mean?
No.
Don't worry, I got
the mask. I
got my Jonkler Penta mask that you will be wearing, Jack. You do not have a choice in this matter. Yes. Oh,
Lord.
Oh, looks like. Mr. Generico's leaving.
Yeah.
He's going back to the orphanage.
This is really sad.
I've actually met that guy before. Have you ever met that guy, Jack?
Never met El Hijo del Generico until just now.
About 4 years ago. No, it's 3 years ago. No, it's 2 years ago. I don't know. The years fly by. It was in Huntsville, Alabama. He came up to cheer on his favorite wrestler, Nick Wayne, against...
Yeah, big Nick Wayne guy.
He is a big Nick Wayne guy.
Elio Del Generico.
Yeah. I've also seen him in a rock band before. I've heard of legends that he was in a band, but I sadly did not.
That was a different life. That was a many moons ago for him.
Many moons. We need. Okay. Do you have?
Now he mostly just makes his living hawking bootleg masks outside of Tijuana.
Honest to God, when I went to Cabo, there was so many wrestling masks, like on the side of the street.
I bet.
There was like all the NFL teams too. It wasn't like any actual wrestlers. It was like NFL teams and stuff like that. But,
like the ones with like just they have like the Viking logo
yes.
stuck on the side. Right.
100%. I should go back, or I should tell my uncle to see if he'd buy me a wrestling match in there. I mean, that's where probably Stash Pages gets all his stuff. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. But welcome back to Strongest Style. It's been an up and down week. You know, got some highs, got a good. I'm assuming good AEW pay-per-view because me and Jack did not have time to do our due diligence and watch the dang AEW show this week. We left at the Cooper and El Hijo del Generico to watch some AEW on their lonesome. We should bring him back so you two can discuss.
I'll think about it. I'll get with his people and we'll see what we can do.
I know he's a busy guy, and it's like, I mean, we might have blew our budget for the whole show on that.
Well, I mean, I only have the one mic here too, so I mean, it's
yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. Maybe we'll stick to the classic thing then. I don't know if we can afford him for another appearance. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm in the. In the red? Is the red the bad one right now?
That's where Noah Phillips is in. Yeah. But yeah, we had that. We had some bad WWE news. We had what else did we have this week?
In other words, we had WWE news.
That is true. I don't know. Every once in a while. I can't even say that. I can't even say that. Yeah, I was like, every once in a while there's something good. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting neck tats in WWE.
It's a virus, man. That is like...
Dom got one, yeah, and Ilya got one.
It is...
Oh, I didn't know Dom had one.
Yeah, Dom got one, and Dom's doesn't look good either, so...
They're all... Well, how could they, Logan? How could they?
I mean, it looks good on some people.
No, it doesn't. I disagree.
Batista?
Oh, no...
no, I don't think Batista's looks good either.
Yeah.
I can maybe get behind like an Orton like just on the sides of the neck, but I think on your Adam's apple straight up, that's gonna look bad.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, that's gonna look bad.
Well, I think if you have like full tats and they all work, does Brody not have a neck tat?
Brody has all tat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have all tat, like complete, it can work.
Right.
But why would your first tat ever, you're like, yes, I'm gonna get it directly onto my neck and chest.
Yeah, it's unideal, certainly. I do think that Ilya's is uniquely bad though, because it's I can't even tell what it's supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to be anything. I think it's just like squiggles and lines.
It's a dragon.
I'm
pretty sure it's a dragon.
There's no definition in any of the photos that they've taken of it so far.
It's so faded.
Yeah, it feels like it looks like he's had it for years. But it's like just his new thing. But yeah, like. And the fact that's his only one is insane.
Criminal. What did
you say what you will about the Cody one, but like he did have like the dream tattoo, I guess.
Yeah.
On his chest, but and the Cody one, as bad as it is, and it is very bad. It has at this point like become just part of the scenery with him.
It's iconic now.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't even think it's iconic.
worse.
I think it's just I don't even look at it anymore. Like I just don't register that he even has it.
That's just him.
But
that's just him.
Yeah.
It's like when you're watching Stone Cold, you're not thinking, "Oh man, this bald guy is in the ring." it's just Austin.
Yeah.
It's like with the Brahma Bull, because The Rock got his like redone and nobody said anything.
Yeah, but that one, frankly, is ugly too. That's a terrible tattoo.
Do you like the bull, the giant like bull skull?
Yeah, the cow skull on his arm now. Looks like crap.
Eh,
Yeah, I think that one's over designed. It does match, I guess, a little bit better with his like traditional like Samoan stuff on the other side of his arm.
Maybe.
But it was kind of weird for like all those decades where he had that like really intricate Samoan design, and then this like garbage
cartoon bull.
like the cartoon bull on one pec.
I think it looks really good because The Rock is ripped. So, that's what I'll say.
That's
Okay,
fair.
Jack,
That's fair.
name one good wrestling tattoo.
One good wrestling tattoo. I like. I love the.
You can't think of one.
No. I like most of Orange tats. I like Punk's whole designs. I think Punk has a good taste in tattoos.
He loves the
across the
Cobra
board.
Commander and the Pepsi logo.
Yeah, I think they're cool. I always thought they were cool as a kid. I like the Bam Bam bald head tattoo.
That is kind
That's
of
good.
based. I saw
Yeah.
someone. I went to a mega church for my friend, and I swear someone had the Bam Bam head tattoo there. I'm not joking.
That rocks.
I was like, that kind of rocks.
Yeah.
Bald guy too.
Wait, but like flames?
Yes, I swear.
I'm.
Wow.
Yeah, that rocks.
I
I'm
guess you get all
generally
kinds
a-
of people in a megachurch, but
Dude,
I
there was
wouldn't anticipate that design going over well.
there was a kid like tears down his face singing this song with a Shohei Ohtani jersey on. So, I mean, they really get every crowd there. Yeah, that was I don't want to get into that, but
I think Styles is pretty good for more like conservative tattoos, like not doing a whole giant sleeve over your whole body. I like his the stuff on his
the
side.
AJ with the dates for his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
that's
case he
pretty-
forgets his name. He just got like the memento thing.
No one.
Yeah, it works for a wrestler. It might not work well in daily life, but it works as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I obviously am very partial to Brody's like chest and tummy demon face
Best tattoos
thing.
ever.
Yeah, I mean that one is genuinely insane, and in his former faction as well. I think we have to shout out Malachi Black,
Okay,
who
yeah.
was kind of like the first like all over sort of dude, and like even then he kept adding on like in his old NXT stuff. Like he has like these three kind of like demon heads across his chest. But like for the longest time he just had the two, and then he filled it in with the third one later on, so you could like see the progression of him. But
I don't know why, but I really dig Hook's tattoos. I think,
oh yeah, they're kind of cool in like a sort of hipstery kind of way.
and they're very in character for him, so that's why I like them. It's nothing like, I mean, Punk's just works because it's just Punk. He's like, this guy's just. It's become, again, like certain amount of time they just become iconic. Doesn't mean they're good, but like with Cody's, it's not a good tattoo by any means. I think you would show anybody that on the street, but like I can't, like if I see Cody without the neck tattoo now, it feels wrong to me. That ugly skull logo is bonded to his soul, and there is
Right.
nothing. If he ever does want to take it away, he can't. It's there.
You know, who when I was a kid and first getting into wrestling, my first like favorite wrestler, a large part of it was seeing his tattoos as well, and how cool I thought they were. Was Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, Ray does have cool tats.
Yeah, and like that's also kind of he's gotten more as time's gone on too. But like I want to say like 2011 or something, it was like kind of like the sweet spot for it, because he had the like cross necklace one across his neck.
Yep.
The two like bird designs that are like on his mask on his shoulders, and the Mexican one across his stomach.
Yep, for sure. Now it's like, it's still cool, but it's like almost overkill. Because like again, you get that certain look where it's iconic, and then everything past that just goes to show you. I mean, I don't think this Ilya tattoo will ever be iconic. I think this will be the moment where it's like, he's such a good wrestler, but he's so ugly to look at.
Yeah. He does look like he's from Florida now, which I think is interesting.
Apparently, that doesn't matter. He's like dating.
Yeah, I've heard the news about that too, and I think it's very silly that people care so much.
Yeah, who cares? But yeah, apparently someone spoiled his return because they said they saw him at Halloween Horror Nights with a neck tattoo, and so I saw he returned, but I couldn't then again the tattoo's so faded, it needs a movement, you can't even see it half the time. So I was like, no, please tell me you didn't get a neck tattoo, please.
Yeah. You thought it was just the shadow? Maybe.
Yeah, I thought like maybe like the light was hitting him wrong or something like that. I am glad that is the one. I'll give WB one good thing. Having Sammy and Ilya fight and having Ilya go over. I'll give him that. You know, that'll be my one good thing of the year that they did, booking wise.
Sure.
The AI worked out once. You know.
Yeah. Should we go ahead and get into that?
Yeah, we're already here.
Sure.
We already started. Let's go on.
Okay. So that's got to be the most ridiculous story that I've ever seen in the professional wrestling industry, right? Like, am I wrong for thinking that like there's not been a single thing that is more ridiculous than that?
I mean, no, that's a valid answer. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, yeah, it's up there. I mean, I don't know. Half the stuff that Vince did, to be fair, I think is crazy ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous. That's pure evil.
Yeah. I'm separating crimes from just like things that are weird and bad and shouldn't happen.
Okay,
but,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, when you're saying I'm like ridiculous. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, how did we get here, kind of thing.
Right. But anyway, we should maybe stop being so vague for the listeners out here. For those who did not know and did not keep up with the news over the past week, so it was announced that WWE had made a new hire, some dude, some just maybe AI generated guy,
a fake guy that he's put in charge.
Yeah, I think they maybe just wanted a name to go with this so that it didn't look like they were just doing this by themselves. But I think it's like Michael Kosari or something, who has been brought on specifically, apparently, to lead their innovation into AI-driven storytelling. They apparently have been using already some like large language model generative AI thing. Not ChatGPT, but some other like shoot off of it.
No.
To come up and pitch ideas. One of which has been making the rounds already. One of the ideas that was pitched by this artificial intelligence was apparently for Bobby Lashley, a man who I will have you know is in All Elite Wrestling at the minute and not the World Wrestling Entertainment. But apparently it was for Bobby Lashley to make his return, with the gimmick being that he was now obsessed with Japanese culture and history.
Just
so
like
they wanted
Lord Tensai. They just gave him the Lord Tensai.
They
gimmick.
wanted him to be Lord Tensai. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. People were like, "That's so crazy." I'm like, "Look, here's the deal. Look, is it a stupid?"
They did that already, though.
Yeah,
They did it with a white guy.
That's the point. Like, that's the thing. AI, for those who cannot understand it, and for some reason, the majority of people can't. cannot come up with an original thought at all. It's just going to repurpose stuff that it already knows. So it's just going to take the Lord Tensai gimmick and give it to someone who's been in WWE. They don't know that Bobby Lashley isn't,
Yeah.
It's not paying attention to that. To be fair, though,
yeah.
I do really want to see Bobby Lashley come out in a kimono.
Lashley really is hoping that they can work out the Nakamura deal for 1 night.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna think it's gonna be Shinsuke and Tana, and Bobby Lashley's gonna come out and be like, no, this is for me.
Oh my God, Tanahashi versus Japanese Lashley.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh man,
What a way to go!
He's there front row with his Inoki towel on. Yeah. Lance Storm, I think, had the best take on this that I saw so far. Which he was basically he was just saying like, yeah, when you feed this like AI bot thing, all of your WWE storylines and everything, and tell it to make you a new pitch for a new story, because you fed it all the previous stories, it's just going to rearrange those parts and give it to you in a different format.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the same story overall. So like the thing that Lance Storm was saying is like the thing that makes wrestling interesting is coming up with brand new ideas and takes on it, and you like, by the very nature of what that technology is, you cannot use it to do that. And so hey, I am constantly praying for the downfall of that company. So if they want to rely on that thing to make their stories and to make shit characters and shit gimmicks and have their audience be turned off from it, although I say that's being far too generous to their audience. They would eat that shit up in a heartbeat.
I'm about to say, do you think if the audience could hear us right now, they'd be angry, but they're not listening.
Yeah. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset.
Dude, and look, to be fair to the AI, Shawn Michaels was just doing the same thing in NXT. He just rehashes all the storylines he did. Who's saying there's anything wrong with that? No. And it's just like, as me as a whole, it doesn't even shock me, but I'm like, AI is so stupid to me. Did you see that they're doing like AI Stan Lee at Stan Lee's conventions now?
Oh, no. Brother, did I see it? I saw it and wanted to like throw my phone to the river. Like, I was like, those people should be tried at The Hague. That's a war crime, dude.
Like it just, people will never not try to find a way to make a quick buck or do the easy way out, even if it means something that's going to kill the environment. And guys, did none of us watch Terminator? When the AI uprises, we're going to be one of the few three that's going to be like, we told you so. It's coming.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh. And again, like, just separately from AI, like, just everybody's corrupt. The whole D'Angelo thing this week got me like, sorry, this is unwrestling related, but I had to
we're entirely off. I don't even know how this is gonna.
We're gonna get back.
Corruption.
Don't worry. We're gonna get back. When he passed away, I listened to all his albums. Like, I want to buy stuff. I bought some 2000 Hertz. I just had his stuff in my wish list on Discogs, and like, there's people who are selling his records for $1,000 right now.
Oh,
whoa!
Yeah, of course. Yeah, those.
I mean,
fucking like scalpers and shit. Yeah,
it always happens, but I just forget until I see it. And I'm like, what are we doing, absolutely, guys? Like, the body isn't even cold at this point. Like, and you guys are trying to scalp off of, like, whatever, man. But back to WWE Evil. That's not the only thing they did this week, and we're sticking with Evil stuff. So we got that.
No.
We got the Andrade thing, and what else am I? Oh, the White House thing. They do so much stuff that I forget.
Yeah, man.
Inundated.
You want
all of their stuff.
You paid more. I read it, but I'm like blanking out exactly the details. So if you want to read the White House stuff for me, Cooper, you can.
Oh, well, let me pull it up because it had been a while since I had read it. But
this sucks, man.
Yeah. Also, Trump's probably going to be at Cena's retirement, and Trump's not there. JD Vance will surely be there, by the way. So be prepared for that. Who's like the most messed up person they could bring to Cena's retirement? Because who's the person because they probably will. They'll find a way to bring Epstein back. Have him sitting in the front row.
God.
No, they wouldn't do that.
What?
Imagine.
A live necromancy
They wouldn't
ceremony.
do that. He's dead. They can't do that.
They'll bring his ashes there. That's what Cena would have wanted.
God.
No, just kidding. I don't care that much because, like, it doesn't shock me, you know? Also, this AI guy, isn't he, like, helping out with the White House, too, for Triple H? If I remember that correctly.
I don't recall that part of the story. Maybe. I don't know. But I do know that, that it was reported at around the same time.
Yeah. I just remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because Triple H is on, like, Trump's whatever board of sports stuff. And I was pretty sure he's, like, the guy. The AI guy is also the guy who's going to be. Yeah, it says. Kowalski said he would both manage AI storytelling and be a liaison to the White House, as Levesque is taking on more duties in politics in some form. Brother,
wow.
Triple H is senator, baby.
Dog.
Triple H is going to be the new Speaker of the House. And we're going to get new laws.
H would be a perfect Speaker of the House, y'all. He could, like, imagine how... He could go as long as he wants.
Politics.
He could filibuster like nobody could filibuster.
I know. He could finally talk for like 3 hours like he's always wanted to.
3? Brother, you're not thinking large enough. He's going to talk for 3 days.
Yeah, he's going to break that Cory Booker record in no time.
Let me tell you.
Okay, so
the GOP is that damn good.
Oh my god! Clip that, everybody. Jack Dudley said that. That's
out of context. This is a great out of context episode of Strongest Style. It's going to be up there some of our best stuff.
Oh my god! It's a good thing that nobody listens to us right now. Otherwise, we'd be really screwed. Okay, so I have the story here. So this from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, which of course, you know, some people are going to be like, that doesn't mean anything.
I hate Uncle Dave.
Sure, so according to them, those at the top in WWE have bragged that the White House itself took their own storyline inspiration from WWE talent. Already, this is a jumbled nonsense of a sentence.
Storyline inspiration.
This
is real life.
It then goes on to say that during the height of the Epstein file scandal.
See? Epstein's going to be there, Jack. I'm telling you. They're bringing him back. He's already in the storyline, brother. You just got to see the vision. All right?
This is fucking nasty.
To quote George Lucas, it's like poetry. It rhymes. During the height of the Epstein file scandal, a White House press office official texted a major WWE official, and people in the company were told by Levesque that Heyman's promo on Lesnar's return, where he said, quote, Muhammad was criticized, Jesus was criticized, FTR was... FDR.
Whoa. What did FDR gun do now?
FDR was criticized, Brock Lesnar was criticized, was said to be part of the inspiration for the response the party made.
Said by...
That's how... So things are going real well in these United States of ours.
Said by notably wonderful guy Paul Heyman.
Yeah, by a guy who's never done anything wrong
in his life.
Yeah, who definitely didn't dodge a bullet from Tommy Dreamer. Yeah,
We live in a world where wrestling is real and America is fake at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
let's put a cherry on top of the steaming pile of dog crap that WWE has fed us this week with the news about Andrade, the wrestler.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yep, go ahead.
This is affecting me personally. And I'm upset about it. I wanted to see him wrestle in Norcross, Georgia.
It just makes me feel better that he didn't pull out because we were going. He pulled out because he was forced to.
yeah.
He said, this show fucking sucks. Dude, this pod sucks. I don't want to fucking go. They're going to be okay.
He saw the name on the ticket.
Yeah.
And he was like, doesn't
They
work
don't
for me,
deserve
brother.
that.
Didn't work for me.
Absolutely not, brother. He said, I cannot come.
I will
to this
never
town."
perform in front of those three geeks.
All right.
He heard Sarah was coming though, and he thought about it. He said, maybe I'll do some contract tampering.
yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No, yeah. So apparently, Andrade was fired from WWE. He was cut, and his
Well, that's not apparently. That's
true.
a real
He
thing
was
that
cut
did happen. That we know
for
that
reasons that are believed to be wellness policy violations. However, under the normal wellness policy violations, you have to take a 30-day suspension. At no point, if you look at Andrade's cage match or his appearances on TV, was he ever off for 30 days. Or was he, as we know of, ever publicized that he had wellness policy violation? If he did, and even if he did, let's be honest, that company is very selective. And if you drug test Randy Orton and AJ Styles right now, I mean, I don't even want to see the amount of roids that are in those fellas. And Andrade,
Nah, just pure chicken and rice, brother.
pure chicken and rice, bro. Clean cut. But Andrade was in cut. He was under the understanding that because of the reasons he was cut, he did not have a 90-day non-compete clause, which all the other talent also were under the understanding that he didn't either because of the way he was cut. Very unceremoniously, even though the sheets weren't reporting they had a 90-day no-compete, it just said he was gone. Andrade then shows up on the indie, takes some indie dates, shows up on AEW Dynamite 6th anniversary to attack Kenny Omega. And then he is gone from AEW TV since then, not mentioned, even though he's in the Don Callis family. He also...
Not been mentioned, and also the angle has not been mentioned since.
Yep,
every time Kenny Omega has been on screen, they have never referred to it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Originally, he was supposed to wrestle at WrestleDream against Kenny. That got postponed. And then, sadly, also, with Kota Ibushi's injury, the Golden Lovers angle was also postponed. We then go to Andrade pulling out of the most important lucha show ever, Mucha Lucha ATL, because we would be there.
The most important wrestling show of the year.
Yeah, some would say. And even though he has taken other bookings, you haven't heard anything back. Today, the last couple days, we got news that he did have a non-compete. He broke it, and because of the fact that he broke it, which he did not understand that he had, WWE may keep him out of wrestling for a year. And also, he still has that clause even though they fired him and didn't have to pay him. Because of the way he was fired, there was either no normal amount of, stipend or severance package that he would get, or if it was highly reduced. That's why Andrade thought there was no non-compete. And if WWE wants, they're going to try to keep him from wrestling for a year. Right now, it sounds like WWE may just keep him off for the 90 days. It might blow over. If they challenge him for a year, though, and if they do the 90 days, I think it said at that point Andrade could countersue, but it's by the time he would do that, his 90 days would be up. By the time it takes for legal proceedings. Right. If it is a year, he probably will countersue, and we might see a huge change in these non-competes for wrestlers. But yeah, just blood in his face, and WWE might try to keep Andrade off TV for another year without pay, which would suck. And personally, if it isn't illegal, it should be.
Yeah.
There's no way that this like goes to court and they just let him win the case, I'm sure if it gets to the point where they're in danger of actually losing
Oh,
the ability to do that, they'll just settle out of court.
for
That's
sure.
happened, I think, a couple times before.
It happened with
With
Lesnar.
Lesnar and Punk's situation. Yeah.
Yep.
I just yeah, but it's like you said. I mean, the non-competes that they've been doing for these past couple years are such like ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially considering also the whole fact that they are independent contractors still
Yeah.
officially, like add that on top of that, it makes no sense whatsoever to have these clauses for as long and as restrictive as they are, especially also now too. You pair in the fact that and this was an aspect of it that I didn't see reported as much, but apparently they would possibly be fine with Andrade during that time period that he's off to continue to work for WWE affiliated programs such as like TNA, for instance, that they essentially still own. So but it's such a clear attempt to try to throttle the industry and to basically just keep the talent within their circle, and more specifically to keep them out of AEW's circle. And it's just it's so petty and just like you're the biggest company in the world, like in this industry. Like if they're clearly way more afraid of losing that spot now than I think they've ever been in certainly like the past couple of decades. And if they really didn't feel the threat of that, as they keep saying in all their press releases, and they just simply wouldn't care about where Andrade goes, So yeah, I mean, it just sucks all around. It's such a explicitly anti-worker stance of them, which like they've never been a pro-worker company ever in their entire history. So I don't know why that aspect of things shocks people. But like, yeah, I mean, I think because of this change of ownership and because they were riding the high of, Vince is gone and Triple H is in, and we're the cool wrestling company now that does cool things that the fans want and all that kind of stuff. And now people are I think sort of over that that period of putting on the rose tinted glasses where everything's fine, and WWE is a really cool company to support and to watch. And now they're saying like, oh well, this is what you actually signed up for by watching this company. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, especially because it's like you fired the guy and you think he's such a problem with either drugs or something that like you cut him like worse than.
Which, by the way, we also have to even though that wellness policy thing, I'm taking with a million grains of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
But even if he did have a thing, which I'm not discounting, that it maybe happened. The extent to which that they would care about it, I think is way overblown.
And my thing too is like, if he actually did have this like big thing, and you really hate your competitor, why don't you go let him work at your competitor? And let him be a problem.
Yeah, he's their problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why are you screwing?
It's the tact it's the CM Punk tact.
Yep.
That's. I don't really think that Tony Khan was all that broken up when Punk decided to choke out Jack Perry that second time. Like, I think he was like, okay, well, now you this is a repeated thing, and you're obviously going to be a problem. You have to go now. That's fine. Like,
for sure. But yeah, whatever. I mean, let's get into some good news. You know, this has been a whole lot of negativity to start the podcast. Let's fly over to the island of Japan. Let's let Jack lead us off with some New Japan news. We got some positive updates this week.
Yeah, there are a few things going on in New Japan. There haven't been any shows. Well, no, that's not true. There was one minor show today, Taichi, like a JTO, Taka Michinoku's promotion crossover, but all that really happened there was some fun crossover with those guys in a Just Five Guys big tag team situation.
who are the 5 guys though? I mean, aren't they down like 2 guys?
Yeah.
Or something?
No, it was
like
no.
3 guys?
Listen, it was all of them together in a tag match. It was Taka and Taichi and Yuya, the face ones that are still left, versus all the ones that went to House of Torture.
Oh,
Kanemaru
okay.
and Doki
Just 5
and
guys. Okay, I thought they were back on the same page again.
No,
Just
it was
6 guys.
It was like a reunion, I guess.
Just 5 guys in a 6-man tag.
The big news that's come out this week. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is the first off, the main event of the House of Torture Produce show, the Purge Night of Torture at Korakuen Hall, is Evil versus one of the only other villains in Puro these days that can hold a candle to him, Shun Skywalker. It's pretty exciting. I think that's a really fun matchup, and it seems to be popular. I told you all last night over the group chat that tickets are selling out. I think they are sold out for the first batch. People love the house, and these produce shows that they've been doing lately. Really, one of the more fun things in New Japan. I'm excited about
I
it.
do really love that. It's something I do love about New Japan does that most other promotions do, or unless they're like GCW, which does them wrong. Is just building around one wrestler doing whatever they want to do. With Despy, with Ishimori, doing
Despys are fantastic. The 2 that he's run. Maybe he's run more, but I just know the 2.
The Taka Taichi too.
Oh, I was talking about the
Taka?
Despy Invitationals.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm just saying that those are also a good shout.
Yeah. I know Taiji Ishimori just had one not too long ago as well.
He has the craziest ideas for his.
Isn't it literally titled like he goes super crazy or something like that?
They're always called Taiji Ishimori Gets Ridiculous.
The House of Torture one though, I mean, that's just that writes itself, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And I think maybe I obviously we as a show are more amicable to the house than I think most people who cover New Japan are on this side of the world, but
it's because we're right.
The pain of being right too early is what we're experiencing. But I feel like even for those Philistines who are not in the know yet, they might be able to stomach their whole deal better as a gimmick show, as opposed to the house stuff invading an otherwise fairly clean cut New Japan card.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the funniest thing the house could do on Purge Night is not interfere in any match. They just win clean. They beat everyone clean as a whistle.
Right. It's just pure technical rules, very by the book, competitive sports based competition.
Rin Narita's gonna get his win back off of ZSJ.
With this Shun Skywalker announcement, I love the idea of it possibly being like a big celebration of all the great pure villains in Japanese wrestling right now.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Kamitani and like Natsuko Tora of Hate show up. I wish Ozawa wasn't injured. I'd love to see him show up.
Yeah.
Anyone like that would be awesome to have.
They
there.
should just wheel Ozawa out on a chair.
Yeah. Bring back, some of the old school ones too. Have Chono and the old NWO Japan guys come out and do a run in. That'd be fun.
That'd be sweet. The other main thing that's come out this week was the Super Junior Tag League field. It's one of the smaller tournaments every year, but I quite like what they've come up with this year. It's an A block to start. I'll just go down the list. We've got the current junior heavyweight champions, Sho and Doki of House of Torture. Doki's the double champion right now, which is pretty interesting. We've got Taguchi and Dragon Dia entering again. I don't even think they brought Dia in for Best of the Super Junior this year. He's just only getting to do tag league, so that sucks for him.
Did they not?
Was he there? Was he there?
He might have. I think he was in for the last two.
I thought he was only in a year and a half ago. I don't think he was in this.
Maybe.
It was kind of a boring PO.
Isn't Dia a junior tag champion with somebody else who's in this tournament tagging with somebody else? Or who else? Am I tripping?
There's a few other Dragon Gate
I'm pretty sure he is with another Dragon Gate guy, and they don't have them tagging together.
That's funny if true, but I don't know.
I only touch in on Dragon Gate like every once in a blue moon, so I have no idea who the champions are right now. So I'm gonna see if that's right.
Yeah, you check while I keep going in the list. Also, I was wrong about him not being in this year. He's just very boring to me, and I didn't remember.
He is. Well, yes, he is also very boring. That is correct. But he is also the Open Twin Gate champion with Yuki Yoshioka.
No way. So you're right. That's crazy.
And they split him up for New Japan.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Anyway, he's with Taguchi. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, it's him and Taguchi. We've got
horrid team, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, that's got just like rotten fuckers. A pretty consistent team in 2025. We've got Yo and Wado going in together. I think they won earlier. They won the junior tag championships. So yeah, Doki and Sho beat them. It says that in the we've got United Empire, which apparently still exists somehow. They've been off the last like 2 tours, so I was kind of worried that they were just gone.
Who's the team?
I was about to say it's Templario and JAY, so like the real bottom of the barrel.
Wait, who's JAY?
Dangerous J, brother. Bro. Jacob Austin Young. Yeah, don't you remember? TJP's
what the hell
little
are
buddy?
we doing? What the hell are we doing, guys? Excuse my French. Like, I forgot that guy existed. The JA.
I told you when
the JAY. Like, I should know what that means. You are lost in the sauce, man.
I just assume
That's
everyone
the TJP right there. When the JAY and the TJP collide, nothing can stop us, brother. What can I say?
I figure it was going to be Akira and Templario, but Akira's out right now, so that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
That sucks.
I was like, "Where's Akira?" Yeah. I was like, "This guy's been a champ."
Yeah. Then we've got the debut of this unaffiliated Dogs Alliance. We've got Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai entering together, which really sounds like a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited about that airing.
Yeah, those two are I think, going to be really cool. And I cannot wait to see how Daiki Nagai incorporates the tire into his matches.
They should have done Daiki Nagai and Gato.
Well, actually, here we go.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Up next, yeah. We've got the other unaffiliated Dogs entrant, Hiromu and Gato, which is strangely something he was really pushing for.
It's the unction, man. I don't know what to tell you.
It's the unction, bro.
There was Did y'all see? Let me just post this in the chat.
Is it the AI
Um,
image?
Oh, I can't wait.
No, it's not. That's also terrible.
Aroma making AI
Um,
images of him and Gato.
Oh my God.
But he realized it was bad and
They're
deleted
releasing
it. But he don't got internet, man.
Oh, did he really? Well, that's good that he did that. They're releasing these Halloween themed like stickers for all the different factions, and Gato for the War Dogs faction is just straight up the devil. And I was like,
Oh my God.
Wait,
that's really
let me
accurate.
see.
That's fantastic.
This is how I see him.
This is an official New Japan release.
Yeah. Yes, it's a real thing they promoted.
Gato.
Would thou
also put
like to
shade-
lose in the dome
Yeah.
deliciously?
It's a dang travesty though. Did they not put Gato and Dick Togo in the same block?
No, sadly.
What are we doing, man?
Absolute, yeah. It's not the unction.
Bollocks.
No, I thought that's exactly how I see Gato all the time. They also put Shane and Mikey did stickers for him, even though they haven't shown up in like a whole year. So
Yeah, they're gone, dude.
Yeah.
That's-
They're wrestling in
anyways, in
Australia.
B block,
Sorry.
I think
that doesn't exist. What do you mean?
just so I'll breeze through. I think I've taken up too much of my
No,
time.
you're good, man.
In B block, we've got Ichiban Sweet Boys, Robbie Eagles, and Kosei Fujita, third entry, third consecutive. They were last year's winners, so I'm sure they'll be looking to follow that up. They very well might. That's not as much of a rare thing in the junior heavyweight division. Normally, that shit just kind of happens.
That's true.
It's the same people on top for many years. Then we've got Ishimori and Robbie X returning as well. I like X when he shows up, low key. I know he's easy to clown on because he's such a spot monkey, but he's fun in the tournament, so I'm happy to see him. I guess.
I'm
we
more
got this-
comfortable with him in the tag tournament than I am with him in
Fair enough.
Super
Yeah.
Juniors.
Yeah.
Eating up a spot in Super Juniors. It was funny when they brought in the War Dogs for AEW, and he was one of the only ones they could like get.
Yeah,
So
that's
he was
right.
just
I
there
totally forgot
pre-show
about that.
match.
Yeah. Oh man.
El Desperado and Kukai, this new tag partner he's debuted, are also there. I liked him in the junior tag team match. I'm excited to see if that was just because everyone else in that match, well, everyone but Show in that match was good, or if he's actually really good. So then we've got Tiger Mask and Yamato, one of the other one of three Dragon Gate guys. That's Dragon Dia, Yamato, and then next one Kushido and Yuki Yoshioka, who, I mean, I don't know anything about these guys. I'm going to be honest. Normally, I have a little bit of context, but like you said, Dragon Gate is kind of a super weird niche of a niche, and I have no idea what's going on over there. I know Shun, and that's it.
Yeah.
Cooper, do you know? Do you have any more insight?
Well, I do know quite a bit about Yamato. He is a very big deal in that promotion. I think he just lost their main belt to open the Dream Gate title not too long ago. But he's kind of an older guy. Is now sort of in their like ace position, I guess. But
Is he like Takagi and like Akira Tozawa's generation?
yes, very much.
Okay.
Like when Dragon Gate USA first kind of started, he was one of the group of Dragon Gate Japan guys who would get flown over to work some of those early shows until they stopped doing that because it was too expensive. But he's really great, has aged really well, and found a way to, I think, make his style work as he's gotten older. Yuki Yoshioka, though, is a newer guy. He's in the same faction as Dragon Dia. I think that D Courage is their name. And as bland and boring as Dragon Dia is, at least he has the like lineage of Ultimo Dragon trainees that unfortunately Yuki Yoshioka does not, and so he is somehow even more boring than Dai. So, yeah.
All right, well that's great. For the final entrance in B block, we've got the clear-cut winners of the whole league: Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Dick Togo. Whiskey Dick, the Unction.
No notes. No notes. Perfect. Wonderful.
Come on, man.
If they don't win, I'm rioting.
They should.
And this is gonna...
Who cares about the junior tag team titles? Let Whiskey Dick win.
I do care. That's why I want them to win. Because
they'd be the best.
Dude,
yeah, give the division some life,
House
man.
versus House
No doubt.
match at Wrestle Kingdom for the junior tag team titles. What would that look like?
Like
Outshine the rest of the card.
like a match of the year. That's what it is.
Yeah, no doubt. This is all gonna. This tournament is gonna be a shorter one. It's gonna start on Thursday and go for about 2 weeks, and then it's gonna finish at this next, I guess, kind of major show. It's the Tanahashi Homecoming show in Gifu, because they're not doing Power Struggle this year. It's basically taking the place of that. And while we're there, I'll go ahead and say another thing. I said last week that this would probably be happening, but now it's also been made official. Konosuke Takeshita will make his first defense against the returning Hiroki Goto, or the recently returned Hiroki Goto, for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, which is going to be fucking great. Can't wait for that. And Yota Tsuji is going to defend the Global Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi, finally getting his, big spotlight match against Tanahashi right before the Dome. It's exciting. It's exciting. Top 3 matches, unless the final is dog shit. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
I guess we'll wrestle in Gifu. We'll make a sacrifice.
Yeah, we're wrestling in Gifu.
yeah.
And
Just to spite Tanahashi by having a better match than him in his hometown. That's it.
All right. Yeah, that's about all for New Japan this week. I'll have more next week after the tour starts.
I know you're going to be paying extra close attention to the D Courage guys matches. I'm sure that you're locked in.
Yeah, you've gotten me really hyped to get to know them.
yeah. All due respect to Guts Dozer, the one Dragon Gate YouTuber who I rely on for that information, by the way. He is a braver soul than me.
Imagine putting on your job description, Dragon Gate YouTuber.
Hey, we got to be nice. He might come on here one day.
I would be honest. We're wrestling podcasters, bro. We cannot say anything. We cannot say anything.
I know, right?
No, you're right.
We are in the same boat. He's just a little bit more niche. Not by a lot. Not by a lot at all.
He's probably got more viewers than us, to be honest.
1,000%.
1,000%. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, but did he have Brian Alvarez come on his show?
Well, I mean, yes, that is true.
Logan, that is a point against us.
Well, he didn't come on this show. He came on the old one. That's on them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was so bad that we had to cancel the show.
I should pay for a cameo for him again for the new host of the old show.
Oh my god! Please no.
And then just send
it in
to them.
I don't.
Not for this show.
I don't want to hear my full government name spoken by Brian Alvarez.
No,
please.
not for this show. I'm gonna make it for WBGL again, and then just not tell them, and then just send that into them.
Oh, that's
blind
fine.
Brian Alvarez open.
They would have they don't know. Probably wouldn't know who he is.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Be based. They would be like, oh, I only know Santee Zap, and I don't know,
Fade Media or whatever.
Fade Away.
That guy's
even
name is.
I don't know any other wrestling TikTokers. I just know.
You're talking to a 50-year-old in a 24-year-old's body, so I can't
feel
really
so
vouch for that.
old.
Yeah.
But let's fly back in to St. Louis.
I know we're in whatever their airport is.
We flew onto the Golden Gate. No, we flew onto the St. Louis Arch.
the archway, yeah.
Onto the Golden Gate.
They haven't.
Wrong one.
Surely to God, though, that that arch has like a podcast room in it, right?
Has to,
at
right?
This point,
right?
Yeah. They've had to have gotten requests, but yeah. So the third edition of AEW's WrestleDream came to you from St. Louis, Missouri, from the Chaifetz Arena. This was interesting show, I thought. So for those unaware, WrestleDream started in 2023 directly as an Antonio Inoki tribute show, which was an element that was played up, quite a bit on that show. They had I believe that was Shibata versus Eddie Kingston, which was a very Inokiism style match. Josh Barnett was on the pre-show, fighting, I believe, Claudio Castagnoli in a very good match. But ever since then, the last year's edition kind of de-emphasized that to a degree, I thought. And this year's edition had essentially none of that in it at all, aside from one fan tossing Kenny Omega and Inoki towel at one point.
Hater came out with the Inoki towel.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that in her entrance. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the overall the aesthetics of the show are still very like kind of the aesthetics of this show was very kind of like Japanese inspired, I thought, with this kind of like not calligraphy. What's the like the Hokusai style, like woodblock print style, like posters and stuff, as well as a miniature archway that was constructed on the entrance ramp to shout out St. Louis. But they did in lieu of a full Antonio Inoki tribute, actually spent a lot more time on this one, giving tribute to Lou Thez, which I thought was really fun and interesting. And apparently Lou Thez was quite active on like internet wrestling message boards and stuff like in the 90s, and so like Tony Khan like talked to Lou Thez on like the I don't know, Death Valley Driver or whatever, and so that he has like this real affinity for him, but I think that's cool to I would like to maybe see this show, if they don't keep the Inoki thing the whole way through, maybe like switch out, like just become a tribute show for an important figure in wrestling history that has left us. And Lou Thez very much is, I think, to American wrestling, that one of those kind of like foundational historical figures that is not tied down really to any one promotion, that you can do like a broad tribute to him, no matter kind of like where you are. But so yeah, but the show as a whole, I thought was good, and that's kind of like the thing with AEW pay-per-views is they have sort of like a floor of being like good, just stuff that you'll watch, and in the moment you're like, yeah, this is going down fine, this is kind of like meat and potatoes professional wrestling, but you're not, it's not going to really like stick with you. Like for instance, I don't really think that there was like for my personal taste and for my money, like there was no match of the year candidates on this card. I didn't think. There were matches that came close, that came very close, but nothing that really crossed that threshold for me. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and get into the rundown of it. And I'm not gonna count the jet speed FTR match that actually kicked off the show because it wasn't official, and I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't watch the tailgate brawl.
Sacrilege.
I don't think it's sacrilege to not watch the tailgate brawl.
Willow Nightingale was on the tailgate brawl.
That is true, but that's the company's problem for not putting her on the main pay-per-view card. So, I will say though that overrun ended up being a real benefit because it gave the start of the show like a real like chaotic, hectic kind of energy that I honestly sort of wish it kept up throughout the whole night. But so the first official match of the night was the long-awaited blow-off to the Jamie Hayter-Tekla rivalry. This was started when Tekla debuted in the company. She took out Jamie Hayter, but due to various circumstances surrounding visa troubles and all sorts of stuff outside of their control, they had to delay that. And that gave us some really good things like the Tekla Queen Aminata feud that has run throughout the summer. But that feud reached its own conclusion a while back ago, and so now we're restarting this one. So this had the stipulation of everyone being banned from ringside. This really only affected Tekla, though, because she is the only one of these participants that is in a faction. So basically this just meant that Sky Blue and Julia Hart couldn't be there, which is a sin enough on its own. And although I suppose though that it could have worked to Tekla's advantage in some way, since it would have also barred Queen Aminata from interfering on Jamie Hayter's behalf. So I thought this match was pretty good. The crowd was really dim for it, pretty much until there was one particular spot where Hayter and Tekla are up on the top turnbuckle, and Tekla is in sort of like her spider position, and she lifts herself up to meet Hayter eye to eye. And Jamie, Tekla goes to swing at Jamie. Jamie catches her arm and just headbutts her all the way off, and it took a real nasty bump all the way down. I will say also the Haterade that finished off this match looked rough. Tekla really just launched herself into the mat for that one. But pretty decent opener, nothing really crazy going on, and hopefully, I think both of these women should be featured more as we come up. I would not be surprised to see both of them in some form being involved with the upcoming women's tag tournament bracket thing that's going to be revealed on Dynamite later. Tekla is not in the tag team portion of her faction, but I would not be surprised to see her coming down to help, and I would also be very much down for maybe a Jamie Hayter Queen Aminata tag team, perhaps. We'll see how that goes. We then get into the next match, which is a tag team match. This time for a grand prize of $500K. And this was requested by none other than those little scamps, the Young Bucks, who we found out had only $32.17 to their name on the Titantron. and I believe also on their lower third were introduced as the $32.17 bucks.
That is true.
So they could not pay. They could not pay for their entrance music. They could not pay for their pyro. The only thing that accompanied them was just the loud sound of a robotic voice saying that their transaction had been denied. And so they were taking on the newly reunited Jurassic Express, consisting of Jungle Jack Perry. Glad to see that JR has been vindicated in his continued insistence on using that nickname for him, and the rechristened Luchasaurus. So this match was really great. I love this. And it made me really frustrated with Jack Perry because viewers and listeners of our previous show would have known that Jack Perry is responsible for, in my opinion, one of, if not the worst matches of the year. A match that I saw in person in the goddamn Tokyo Dome. And it was truly awful. I encourage you all to go boot up your New Japan World, load up Wrestle Dynasty, watch that match, because it is an affront to art. And I think really, the more I look back on it, the more I feel that the whole scapegoat era of Jack Perry was just undercooked. Is how I think I would put it. He clearly had a strong aesthetic sense of what he wanted that character to be, but I think that his actual work and his matches, his storytelling, really stagnated during that era. And he kind of leaned into some of his worse habits and tendencies. And I echo the sentiment that I've seen a lot regarding this new return of his and the reuniting of Jurassic Express, and that I think it's really breathed kind of new life into him. And he's sort of rediscovered what it is that makes him an exciting wrestler. And I'll say that also goes for Luchasaurus, who I think is just, you can tell, so excited to be back and to actually be able to do his spots and connect with the crowd again. They are I think like the most perfect like bass and high flyer tag team in the world at the minute. They really just like it was a throwback to like that sort of like 2021 era AEW, like, you know, PWG-esque tag match. And that's a stylist that might not resonate for a lot of people, but it really resonates for me. But I did feel a bit like J.K. Simmons in Whiplash during this match. Kind of like I wanted to sit Jack Perry down and like have him like watch his Yoda match and be like, okay, was this a good match or a bad match? He tells me this was a good match, and I slap him across the face. And I did show him this one. I was like, was this a good match or a bad? He's like, oh, this is a good match. And I was like, so you do know the difference. But yeah, it was.
I really like that comparison.
Thank you. I thought really long and hard about it. But we then had a match that I thought also came quite close to being a match of the night contender, but not quite. This was the trios match, the Tornado Trios match, with the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. A similar matchup, and by similar I mean the exact same, that we saw on the last show, All Out. So they did, I think, maybe the best job of showing how Ricochet can be tossed around like a human ragdoll. Like he's like the human Yoshihiko from DDT. Like he was absolutely the crash test dummy for Bobby and Shelton Benjamin specifically. Actually, Shelton Benjamin, I feel like maybe like took some liberties with old Rico here. And this, I think this is definitely the best of match of this rivalry, this continued rivalry with the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate. The match at the pay-per-view was fine. I do think MVP was definitely the weak link there, and maybe unintentionally so. Which is fine. He's an older guy. Their street fight then later on Dynamite was better, I thought, but still kind of constrained by the inherent sort of like get to the next spot nature of a lot of AEW street fights. But this one I felt was they found kind of the balance finally. And MVP even I think worked his stuff the best out of this one, because I think he finally caught on to the fact that him being the oldest guy there means that he should have a harder time getting in lockstep with Bobby and Shelton. The segments with Shelton and Ricochet, as I mentioned, were really stand out. The segments with Bobby and Toa were really stand out. And I believe it was Bishop Khan that really just absolutely has shown throughout this whole feud that he is the one of this group that should really get a big elevation when all said and done. I would not be surprised if maybe when the Demand finally sort of like runs out of steam, if he ends up like making the decision to turn on Ricochet or something like that. He's got a very charismatic face, and I think is probably a more well-rounded wrestler than Toa is at the minute. Toa is really great, but I think he needs like either another big guy like Bobby to like really clash with, or these tag matches to kind of get him in the groove. But I really dug this match. I would definitely check it out. It was a very, very fun time. Then it was the TNT title match, the 5th match in the series between Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. This was good. That's it. I mean, I saw some people really, really like raving about this match and how much they love it. And I don't want to, like poo-poo that or anything, but I mean, like, sure. It's just like, I feel like when you have this 5-match series, and this is very much, I think, built as like the blow off to it, for it being that, I don't really feel like there was anything super explosive in this, and I was kind of waiting for that moment. Kyle did get the win and retained his championship via Brain Busta, which I did appreciate. But I mean, I've seen the Brain Busta a lot in recent months in AEW specifically, and so like to me that's not, it's not quite the elevation of violence maybe that it is to some people. Briscoe though was really great. Played his part to perfection, as he always does. Both these guys played their parts to perfection, as they always do. But I feel like, I mean, it's kind of, you've seen one of these, you've kind of seen them. And I would like for them to find new dance partners for each other. So then we had a really good women's world title match between Chris Statlander and Toni Storm. So the through line with this of Toni, not being able to really live with her loss at the last show, I thought played off really well, and down to her entrance, coming out in this very, I believe the commentary called it out specifically, like she looks like a ghost, like just this completely white face paint and ring gear and get up. But Chris Statlander is just a phenomenal professional wrestler. I think she's this, like I said this before, this current version of her, which is kind of a merger of the alien thing that she was doing when she first started, and then the more than a woman thing that she did when she came back. I feel like this is kind of like the perfect final form of Chris Statlander that they found here, and incorporated her size advantage over Toni very well in this. But and this was interesting too, because the crowd was similarly, I think, quite muted for the first little bit of this, but unlike the Jamie Tekla match to start off with, where I don't think they ever really got them, Chris and Toni very much did by the end of this, and eventually Chris hits I believe just Saturday Night Fever to get the win here. Definitely a really great match, and led directly into the next match, because as Chris Statlander was celebrating her victory, who should appear but your CEO, Mercedes Moné, with I don't know if you guys have seen this entrance, but she was accompanied by Ring of Honor's own The Frat Party, or the Frat House team of, I believe, Griff Garrison, Cole Carter, and Jacked Jameson from whatever that god-awful Bear Country rebrand was a while back ago. And they are all holding her belts and dancing with her and all that. So.
Not Iron Giants. Iron Savages.
The Iron Savages. Iron Savages, yes, the most dog shit tag team that maybe has ever existed. No, well, that's not true. I did just recently see a Dynamic Dudes match, so I should maybe rethink that.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah. But yeah, so Mercedes comes out as Chris is celebrating, and it very obviously is kind of like rubbing in her face, and makes I think a gesture towards getting that belt as well. She comes out. She has an open challenge. This was set up not too long ago on the Go Home, and for I'm wrong. It was not set up on the Go Home Dynamite. It was set up on the CMLL show, their Friday show, where she beat Persephone to retain the CMLL title. And she then made the announcement that she will be at WrestleDream, and that anybody who wants to step up can come and face her there. So there was a lot of buzz about who this could possibly be. I saw Shuri from Stardom was kind of like a lot of people's number one guess, which would have been a really great match, and I really wish would have happened. That being said, though, her opponent ended up being Mina Shirakawa, who currently, well, not currently because the match happened, but at the time was holding the interim Ring of Honor Women's Television title, which is a way too long name of a championship. But
no.
It's the interim onto it.
No, yeah,
that
really
really
fine.
gets me.
Don't worry about it.
What's the point of this, Logan? What are you trying to do here by negating? Is this? We're supposed to like yes and, I think, right? What's this? What's this?
You just proved my point. The amount it has flustered you has made this worth it.
you're
No,
getting
no,
rage
because what
baited
you've
by
done
the
is make a distinct break in this podcast. I am so okay.
I love it. You're like, Jack's like, you're getting rage baited. You're like, no. Hold up. Wait a minute. No. It is a stupid name, but also it's interim, so you have to call it that. That's how it works. AEW's done a bunch of. Wait, who is? It's Red Velvet injured. Is that who had the title before?
Yes, that is why.
I feel like she's been injured for like months now. At what point do you relinquish it?
She was injured while she still had it, and then they decided to do this interim.
Well, my thing
nonsense.
is like, if you're injured for that long, like what is like the basis for like having an interim champion? Like, she's been injured 3 months now?
There's not one. If that's what you're saying, they just decide on the fly.
It's professional wrestling. They can make it up however they want. It's not.
I agree with what you're saying. It probably should be stripped at this point, but like, there's not any set rules or anything. They can keep it going as long as they want.
I guess it's because I guess they want to set up like a Red Velvet. Well, now a Red Velvet Mercedes match for whenever she is healed up to determine the rule. But
that's still. You can still run that. No matter what when someone comes back. It's the same thing like with the Takeshita Goto thing right now. Anyone that loses and then leaves, or even just relinquishes it and leaves, is going to come back and be the first challenger.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. But this match was also really, really good, I thought, and showed some good fire from Mina, who I don't think anybody thought had a snowball's chance in hell of winning, but really, really gave it her all. And I thought, like, people have kind of like nagged on her in the past for being kind of all gimmick, but I don't think that's true. I think she's a very good professional wrestler, and did some pretty crazy shit in this one. There's a 360 cartwheel tornado from the outside that she did that just absolutely like took my breath away. It was fantastic. And she sells like the struggle very well and all that. Not as well though as Mercedes, who I thought her selling was top notch in this, and absolutely like came across this like real sense of desperation, and like that the belt collector thing is really starting to get to her, I think, and that these wins are becoming a little more scrappy than she would like. And so I think that this could lead to some interesting stuff down the road for her as maybe she starts to lose grip of those titles. It's not quite the time yet, I don't think, and they clearly don't think, but when that time does come and she does drop another one of these, I think it's going to be a real momentous kind of occasion. But then we had my personal match of the night, the tag title match between the champions of Brody King and Bandito versus the Don Callis family super team of Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada. So this was at various points hilarious, at various points incredibly stiff, at various points very creative. I thought this was just about everything that you would want in a tag title match. Bandito is on a run like no other these days. The way that Okada and Takeshita really targeted that bum arm of his was absolutely stellar. Okada was phenomenal here, and just constantly playing up this kind of like really shitty older brother kind of attitude that he has towards Takeshita. Their tags are so spiteful and hateful towards each other. The perfect culmination of this, and I'll spoil it. Obviously, is towards the ends of this match. Takeshita and Okada are just beating the brakes off of Bandito, really giving it to him. And at one point, Bandito is set up behind or in front of Okada with his back turned. Okada grabs him, goes for the ripcord, goes for the Rainmaker. Bandito ducks it. Okada just Rainmakers the shit out of Takeshita. And like Takeshita, while he is still like basically unconscious, like leaning up on the bottom rope from the impact of this Rainmaker, Okada goes over to him with like his hands out, almost like in his sort of like, oh, I'm so sorry kind of gesture. Meanwhile, he has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. It was just absolutely hilarious, and the crowd ate it up. I think that they were just so like locked in on what this Takeshita Okada team is like. That being said, the other big event from this is that Okada, I think, has got his first pinfall loss in AEW at the hands of Bandito, no less. Yeah, big news for Bandito FC. We keep winning, and maybe Okada can try again another day. But it is not that day. He's not that guy, I'm afraid. And I'm sorry. I just need to slander him.
You're not that guy. No. You're not that guy. Don't worry.
No, not that guy.
Okada FC. It's all coming to an end this Wednesday when Bandito takes that glorious unified championship off your hands.
Oh yeah. Guaranteed. That's the biggest lock in sports history, I think. Yeah. We then had surprisingly not main eventing your AEW men's world title match between the champion Hangman Adam Page versus former champion Samoa Joe. Now, I really loved the inciting incident of this feud. I thought that the promo segment between them was even better as build to this. Although I will say they kind of left the go home angle of it sort of flat. Like I wasn't any more hyped than I already was, which is kind of a universal problem with AEW go homes. I feel like they peak like a show early all the time. But this match was really great. Probably my second match of the night. And that is almost entirely down to one Samoan Joseph. I adore old man Samoa Joe just not giving a fuck about this cowboy shit. Like, yeah, he just clearly thinks it's so beneath him, and just wants to get to the cool Hashimoto spots that he has planned out. He is just when he's in this mode that he's been in lately. I think there's few better. But yeah, definitely a stellar Samoa Joe performance. Hangman's good too. Hangman is kind of in this sweet spot where, especially to the AEW crowd, he can do no wrong. But it's all about who you're paired up with, and Hangman being positioned as AEW's grand hero needs really good villains for these defenses, especially post Moxley. Kyle Fletcher did a pretty good job at the last show of it. Samoa Joe, I think, did a better job of it here. And of course, this culminates. It takes not one, not two, but three consecutive back-to-back buckshot lariats to get Samoa Joe off of his feet and finally down for the count. Samoa Joe, it should be noted also, at one point in this match had Hangman fully locked into the cocaine clutch, but Hangman was just too strong for it. So I thought they did a really good job of keeping both guys looking pretty, protected for their big moves. They finish this match. Hangman celebrates, and Samoa Joe races his arm with him alongside the rest of the ops, Hobbs and Shibata. But then, oh no, what should happen? But that bastard, Samoan Joseph, who has just signaled to Hangman that he is a trustworthy individual. he lowers his hand down and he fucking like burning lariats him out of his boots. Just absolutely lays him out. Shibata and Hobbs get to stomping on him real quick. They were 100% in on this from the jump. Tony Schiavone says that he can't believe that Shibata and Hobbs would do something like this, which is funny because that tells me that Tony Schiavone has never seen Katsuyori Shibata or Powerhouse Hobbs in his life. Powerhouse Hobbs was like the most ruthless guy in Team Taz. Katsuyori Shibata is who he is. There's no reason to not believe that they would be capable of such a thing. But yeah, so this is setting up heel ops versus, I assume, whatever babyface Avengers that Hangman is willing to put together. Or maybe just a rematch between Joe and Hangman, this time, though, with a more definitive heel Joe, which I would also be fine with, because they did kind of play up this one, too. Like, they had that tenuous alliance from All In. But yeah, Joe's expressions during this beatdown were just absolutely phenomenal. He looked like the devil incarnate. there was just so much good heat for this.
Yeah,
but
sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
We were talking about this other week because I said, like, when we were a couple weeks ago, WrestleDream, I said, who do we even get Hangman to face here? Because, like, it is very babyface heavy, and, like, there are heels, but they're all entangled in other stuff. So I think having the ops turn heel here is, like, best case scenario. You can have a Joe rematch. You could build up Hobbs, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like, formidable. I don't think Shibata will get, like, a TV match as much as I would love to see a Shibata Hangman pay-per-view match where they just let him go full ham. That's not going to happen. But maybe they'll just let what they should do is just have Shibata squash dudes every single week.
I will say, man, Shibata, like, his facial expressions during this beatdown, like, he looked like, his, like, Mackay Club kind of, like, era stuff where, he's just, like, this boiling pot of rage. But
hey, man, they caught my boy Hangman lacking.
Cool. I know, never lacking.
Never
lacking, the ops are. We then finally finish off this too long show with your main event, the ever dreaded I Quit match between Darby Allin and Jon Moxley of the Death Riders.
That is King Moxley race for you, right there.
Oh my God, that's
like every.
Good. I try my best not to keep reliving the summer of 2023, and yet it keeps coming back to haunt me. The fact that
common experience.
Yeah. The fact that I have to know what Ace Steel thinks about anything at any given moment terrifies me and keeps me up at night. So that's all I have to say about that. This I Quit match had a lot of build up to it, a lot of really good build up to it, and some build that I thought was to the detriment of this match, and which I will get into very shortly.
I think I know exactly what you're going to say.
Okay. We will see. So I thought that the premise here of neither Mox nor Darby are the type of men to ever, in any circumstance, say I quit. So what possibly could they do to each other in order to get that out of them? I think that premise is really interesting, and you can build a really interesting match off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, I thought, a pretty good job of it. The escalation in violence was really well done. I thought they didn't just like hit you out the gate with the really gnarly stuff. They kind of let it simmer for a bit. Darby coming out with the AEW flag that he planted atop Mount Everest, and using that to choke out Mox, I thought was maybe a little too direct of symbolism, but it's fine. I'll take it. This is a very earnest kind of rivalry, and so I think it maybe can use that. Once things get to the outside, then it gets pretty interesting. We had an upturned table that Darby just gets splatted upon. We also get a barbecue skewer supposedly inside Darby's fingernail, which I mean, the way that they did it, it did seem pretty gnarly. But I know for a fact they did not actually send a skewer inside his fingernail. That would be just awful to work through. But the spot that seems to be kind of the big Twitter favorite is, of course, Claudio Castagnoli just absolutely lawn darting Darby Allin onto the announce table. That was probably my favorite of the night. It's a spot that they've done before. Claudio has pressed and thrown Darby onto a table, like I think at the 2300 shows that they did, and probably like another time too. But just the way that Darby, like his entire body, just like collapses in on itself, and the scattering of all of the table accoutrement, I think is just such a wonderful visual. Like it's the same feeling that like I assume people got like when they were watching like those first Jackass like tapes and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, so that's what it looks like when a human does that.
I've seen that, again, that specific spot with those specific people multiple times, but like I saw the clip online, but like I'm still gonna watch the clip. And I'm still gonna be.
It was the best. It was the best version of it.
Yeah, it is the best version, dude. The speed that Darby gets, and like the table is not cleared off either, and he just hits that thing and keeps flying. It was insane. I mean, it looks so painful. Like
it's nuts. I can't believe people that are the same like species as me can do that kind of thing.
yeah.
It's so beyond me.
Commentary did a great job of like the horror of it too. Nigel McGuinness, I think, was the first one to just be like, he's dead. and like Excalibur was like, I'm trying to get my thoughts together, but I'm pretty sure I just saw the corpse of Darby Allin 3 feet from me. And I was like, okay, well, and so it was after that one, and once Mox like drug him back into the ring, that they then unveiled the next big spot of this match, which got everybody talking. Taking a hint out of Matsunaga's book from the Piranha Death Match, famously, that some true sickos might be aware of. They got a tank, well, not a tank. They got an aquarium, a little like a rectangular like fishbowl. Filled it up pretty much entirely with 2 big jugs of water, and then drug Moxley or not drug Darby back into the ring, and forced his head down into the water for not a disturbingly long amount of time. I feel like they maybe could have really tempted fate and held him down there for a while and really made me kind of like hold my breath for a bit. But they pull him up, I think, in like a reasonable amount of time that a person can hold their breath underwater for. It was really interesting though, like, because at this point, so much of Darby's face paint certainly has been chipped away, but now during the tank stuff, I noticed like his body paint is pretty much fully chipped away too, and it was kind of the first time in a long time that I've seen like, just bare Darby Allin, and it looked really odd.
His face
and like
tattoo.
His face tattoo, which was always kind of like the gimmick with the tattoo being that it's on the side of the face that he paints. Speaking of bad wrestler,
Yeah,
tattoos,
that's like the worst one. Say what you want about Ilya, but like that tattoo looks atrocious. Darby, just everyone forgets it exists because he always paints that side of the face.
Yeah. And it's funny because Darby has a great tattoo as well. He's got his arm skeleton,
and I like,
which
and
I think was
I
really
dig
cool.
his chest tattoo too, the one he has like that's like the solid text. But
yeah,
decided to ruin
it. But that image of seeing just his real face, his full real face, for the first time in a long time, I think it did so much. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but did so much to really like connect me to him in this like moment of struggle, and I thought did more to get me on Darby's side than all the weeks of this kind of like unhinged, oh, what are they gonna do to each other kind of thing did. But then this also caused kind of a little stir on Twitter or whatever, because people were like, but kids can recreate that and all that sort of thing. It's like, well, look, your kids are gonna, they're if the kids watching at home are gonna get hurt doing anything, it's gonna be by doing a shoot suplex to each other, right? Not by drowning, right?
First of all, there's no kids who are up at midnight watching this match. I'm sorry. Second of all, even if they were, like, it says don't try this at home on the thing.
Yeah,
like
right.
Your parents,
like, what are you gonna do?
like, do they have a fish tank around, like an empty one that they're able? Probably not. Like,
right.
It just.
I mean, it's just a classic. It's you could say it about any media, any art that exists. It's just a classic talking point. It's up to the parents to guide what their child watches. It's not up to the art to be censored for your benefit.
Yeah. So that side of people, I think, are being pretty silly about it, but my side of things, the sicko side of things is pretty hyped because we saw Mitsuru Matsunaga reference on American pay-per-view, but right. This then led into with Darby being at his lowest point. The lights go down, and who should appear but Old Man Sting in full shock white hair, biker goatee that he has painted black and white to fit with the makeup. This was just delightful. I loved all of Sting's bit in this. He comes out with the bat, stares down Moxley. Moxley looks like he's seen a ghost, and Stinger points the bat towards Mox, and then like blind tosses it to Darby, and Darby just goes wild, just starts wailing on him. Sting then goes outside, is immediately confronted by Marina Shafir, who starts speaking to him in Romanian. And then he just picks her up, puts her over his shoulder, walks over to the back, takes care of that. I forget how Claudio got taken out from the match, but he was kind of like incapacitated on the outside during this whole bit too. And so, Darby gets the chance to finally take some revenge, wails on Mox with the baseball bat, coffin drop, and gets him in the Scorpion Deathlock into the shattered remains of the aquarium that they had drowned him in. Mox gives up pretty quick. Thereafter, Darby has officially beaten the Death Riders. So, I want to say, first, this match was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. The build to this match, if you will remember, was mostly focused around will Darby Allin set Jon Moxley on fire?
Almost to a ridiculous extent. How often he brought out that flamethrower,
Brought out a flamethrower. He brought out a Molotov cocktail on a TV taping. And then, and there was nary a single flame in this entire match.
I mean, it's just exactly what you predicted last week, The most annoying thing about these kinds of matches is when they make big promises that can't be kept. Actually, that's kind of... I'm going to say the same kind of thing. These problems have been true since the 80s, which we will talk about later on in this show.
Well, you see, Cooper, as soon as Darby threatened to set Jon Moxley on fire, Moxley immediately started waterbending and dousing the ring with water so he could not be set on fire. You just don't understand the genius of the Death Riders. They're prepared for anything.
That's
what I always say about Cooper is he doesn't understand the genius of the Death Riders.
Well, in a funny turn of opinions, Cooper, said no match of the year. Can you guess what Joseph Montecillo gave this match?
Oh, I know.
4 3/4 stars. This is like one of the highest I've seen him rate the whole thing this year. He barely ever gets 5 stars. You get like 4 or above, it's pretty good. I don't think I've seen him give other than maybe like for a Stardom match this whole year.
Yeah. For current stuff, he's really stingy, but he's gone 5 for like the historical things before. I think maybe like, I don't know, the last 5 I can think that he would have given was like maybe, I don't know, like the first Mad Dog Conley Demas match from like Dean or something.
I do have some breaking news related to AEW.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Mercedes Moné is officially 12 belts. Moné. She went to Winnipeg Professional Wrestling that has, I swear to God, an 80s WCW ring, including the logo looking the exact same. And she beat Jody Threat for the WPW Women's Championship literally like 30 minutes ago.
Wow.
And she sold out that arena for 1,600 fans. So
I'm sure she did.
You know who was also on that card?
Tell me.
The Good Brothers. And
well, that's what sold out the arena.
And Danhausen.
There you go.
Oh!
Yeah. That's a super card, brother.
The Good Brothers are coming to MLW. I saw a vignette like a few hours ago.
They also aired that vignette like 6 months ago and then didn't show up. So,
well, they're gonna show up this time, brother.
This time.
Maybe they'll show up at Mucha Lucha Norcross in replacement for Andrade.
There's a non-0% chance.
0.1.
I don't disagree with anybody sorry to completely
keep going.
put this back on the paper.
No, this is more important than Rambo.
Yeah. I guess maybe the belt collector losing gimmick that I pitched earlier will have to wait a little bit longer. But I don't blame anybody for ranking this match really, really high. But yeah, I mean, I just think like that Molotov cocktail spot on Dynamite specifically, like, just really sticks in my craw now because, like, you know, I believed it at the time, I believe it now, like, and there just has I think not been a better example since of some weapons being too big for wrestling, like, you know, and understanding that these guys probably pitched a bunch of genuinely, like, really dangerous shit that they absolutely should not do, and thank goodness that the producers and Tony Khan were there to guide them away from that stuff.
Damn it, Tony
Khan. Yeah. But, like, you know, it does get to a point where it's like, okay, I know you're not actually going to kill a person. Like, that's, you know, so don't bring it to that level, right? Like, I think it's silly even when, like, you know, in promos when, like, people are like, I'm gonna kill you, or in the ring or whatever. It's like, you're not. No, you're not.
Unless Strilla.
Sure, but that's, he can play that into, you know, just the name, so he has an excuse. But
I don't know. I mean, look,
Kill Sonata.
If this was kill Sonata. If this was 2020, Darby would have thrown a Molotov cocktail into the ring, and we would have saw John Moxley get third-degree burns. But sadly, the fans had to be in the arena. You can really blame it on the St. Louis fans. If they wouldn't have shown up, one of those men would have died.
Yeah, this would have gone hard as a cinematic match. This would
Oh wow!
I do agree with you, and so I at work, one of my managers is a big WWE guy, and he also watched a lot of AEW back in the day, and he did say, like, the thing that did turn him off from AEW is he brought all his friends over to watch the exploding barbed wire death match.
Oh my god!
And
God!
like, he'll never get Eddie Kingston, like, laying on the ring when, like, the crappy explosions. He said that, like, it completely turned him off. He's like, how am I supposed to believe, like, anything after this? Which, like, I'm like, that's valid, but, like, it's still better than WWE.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And they have, generally speaking, learned from that. They have
that hasn't happened
delivered
again
since then. But yeah, it is absolutely the risk that you run with those big steps.
What's crazy is they still probably could have
hilarious.
delivered on that match too. Like, it's been done before.
Oh, they absolutely could have. Absolutely, it was just pure, like, negligence on their part to not check the pyro.
But yeah. That's WrestleDream for you. I think it's time.
Yes, it is.
To go back these fragments of time all the way back to 1989. Not Taylor's version. We have the NWA version of Halloween Havoc. This is the first one, right?
The first ever Halloween Havoc. That's right. I checked.
Yep. And what was the big match for this pay-per-view?
The Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Steel cage.
I cannot wait till we get to that because I was so confused.
4 men enter, 2 men leave.
You were so
4
confused.
men enter, 2 men leave.
That's
but
funny.
we started this this beautiful pay-per-view off. Well, first of all, we started it with a package that had Funk, Muda, Flair, and Sting's names on tombstones.
With some
That
spooky
rocks.
ghost effects.
Yeah, this is great. Happy Halloween, everybody,
Halloween.
by the way.
But, you know, like all good goblins and ghouls in big frights, you had to start off by seeing the Z-Man on a WCW pay-per-view in an opening match nonetheless versus Syracuse's own Captain Mike Rotunda, later to be known as IRS. This is the first match I have ever watched with my grandparents for wrestling.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, you said that last week.
Yes. Wow. And they're like, what's his name? I said, the Z-Man. They're like, why? And I'm like, that's what I'll be asking.
That's
what
his
the
name.
ladies be calling him, apparently.
That's what the ladies call it. That is exactly what JR said. He's like, this Tom Zank, but the ladies called him Z-Man. It's like,
I mean, honestly, if your name's Tom Zink, you should go by the Z-Man because it's a terrible name.
I like this match was not good, by the way. Just we can get that out of the way first.
A lot of matches
this
on
match
this card,
sucks.
Yeah, this was really like this was such a boring way to open the show. I think if you like you were about to say, not many of these matches were like amazing, but just the vibes going into the show would be so much better if this tag match we're about to talk about started it instead. Because this is just a boring as shit crowd killer to start. Nothing happens.
Hey, Syracuse sucks, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, and no one cares.
Oh, also, sorry, go ahead, Cooper.
Oh, I was just about to say, this is the most Noah Phillips ass match I've maybe ever watched on this show.
I forgot to mention, we are in Pennsylvania. We are in Philly, right? Philly. Or Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Well, yeah, this is... I thought that was interesting. I don't know how often WCW went up north during this era, or NWA still at this time. I don't know how often they went up north back then. It stands out for sure.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's why kind of crowd reactions were pretty light overall. I think genuinely this crowd didn't know who the fuck a lot of the people were.
It 100% is, especially for one match. It explains a lot about one match.
I want to say this is like most things off the dome, but I did write one note, and it is about this match because I could not believe that it wasn't whoever was commentating. Who was commentating with Jim Cornette?
It was Cornette,
or not Jim Cornette. It was Jim Ross.
JR. And
I'm not sure, man.
Bob Caudle.
Bob Caudle said, and I quote, about the Z-Man, you just can't teach speed, Jim. You either got it, you don't have it, you learn it, or you don't have it.
That's right. That's right.
Like, what the heck did he just say? And I was like, I got to write that down because I'm not going to remember that. That's the most absurd thing I've heard in a long time. You can't teach speed, but you can learn it. Apparently.
But you can't learn it. But you can learn it, but you can't.
You can't. You don't have it, but you do. That's the only note I've written for this whole pay-per-view.
I like Mike Rotunda's Varsity Club look. That's the best I can say about this. I think he's good. He got real sweaty.
There was like a smooth arm drag during this match. I don't remember. Like one of them did one. I was like, that's pretty good, man.
Dude, it was like a proto sling blade.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It looked so weird. I wrote a number of notes for this match.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Because I had to do something to keep myself busy. So the second I saw Mike Rotunda come out in his little amateur wrestling singlet, I said that we should take a drink every time JR brings up his collegiate background, in which point we would be dead. And I did not anticipate, though, that JR, the scholar that he would reach into Mike Rotunda's elementary school athletic career. He's just talking about him being like the junior wrestling champion or whatever, like when he was 11 years old or something.
That's the greatest commentator of all time right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
He does his homework.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was Rotunda at one point just straight up does the Cobra Twist.
Yes!
On Z-Man. And I put down in all caps, Rotunda, Bomaye, Rotunda, Bomaye. JR at one point too says that oxygen is the fuel that runs these athletes. I would say that it's the fuel that runs everybody, JR. And yeah, they at one point, like, Rotunda puts Zinc in like this head scissors, and to get more pressure on it for whatever reason, he starts like climbing the ropes like with his arms, which I don't think like puts pressure on the neck. I would think like the way you would want to do that is like plant your hands and kind of like twist, right? But I don't know. I'm not ninth grade wrestling champion or whatever that Mike Rotunda is.
Right.
What was the finish of this match? There was one of them. They all blur together after a while, but I believe this was Rotunda goes off the ropes, crossbody, and then the Z-Man flips over and gets a flash pin.
He flips around and do a leverage pin.
Yeah, he kind of rolls up over him.
Yeah, that's right.
Good finish.
It's a fine finish.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, good as any to finish this one.
Gotta send the crowd
didn't
home
stop.
happy, you know.
They were not happy.
Hey, Syracuse
They were baffled, actually.
Syracuse sucks is what they chanted because they were so over for the Z-Man.
Yeah, after this is when we get into one of the most interesting historical tidbits about this show, which is that this takes place during the Bruno Sammartino in WCW period.
Yes,
This was so weird. That's true. He's here tonight to be the special guest referee for our main event, and apparently he did. He went to WCW for a bit after the WWF kind of kicked him out, because of them trying to sort of end that, like, restart wrestling. People always talk about it nowadays, like, just forget about everything in the previous era.
Yeah,
and I think there was something else.
Absolutely, like, basically killed Sammartino's like enjoyment of the WWF.
I read that too. That he, I think Sammartino was one of those people who wasn't really a big fan of the Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic of the 80s WWF. So I think that's part of it as well. I can't say the Thunderdome match is any less ridiculous, but we'll get there later.
Speaking of Saturday morning aesthetic, our next match was the Samoan SWAT
The
team,
what?
and which featured Fatu, the Samoan Savage, and Samu with the Big Kahuna as their manager. If you don't know who that is,
man.
Oliver Humperdinck versus
He has shown up on this pod before, or the old
Alabama legend Bobby Eaton in the Midnight Express with Stan Lane, and Dr. Death, Steve Williams, with Jim Cornette as their manager.
Now, before we start actually talking about the match, I just want to do a quick aside here. When it comes to the commentary during this match and the commentary during the main event with Muda later, like, no matter how racist you think that the commentators in the NWA can get, they will still outdo it.
Yeah, it was awful. And JR is saying most of it, by the way.
This whole Big Kahuna thing is just unfathomably racist.
I'm going to be honest. I was barely listening to the commentary this whole pay-per-view. I had a talent turn very low. That's why, like, it threw me off when I heard the last comment. So I did not catch any of this. I don't want you to repeat it, but
during the SWAT team's entrance, I'll say one thing. During the SWAT team's entrance, like, JR started talking about how Humperdinck had found them as, like, normal wrestlers, and was able to draw out their I think he said, like, primal instinct.
He says that they have been regressed.
Yes, they've been regressed. Oh God,
that's the word that he used.
De-evolution.
De-evolution is a mystery.
Oh Christ! This is
That is,
man.
that's what they were going for. I saw them saying something about the Big Kahuna, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that he's like taking the place of like a tribal. He was the original.
He's the Big Kahuna is the tribal chief.
Oliver Humperdinck, the
and-
OTC.
Yeah. And they've got the Samoan SWAT team, Fatu and Samu, but they've also got this third member who is I know him from when I used to watch 80s WWF with my dad. He's one half of the Islanders. He's the Tonga Kid. In this though, he's just called the Samoan Savage. He didn't even get a name for his few appearances.
He's Jacob Fatu's dad, and
he's
he
Fatu's
looks
dad.
every bit of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mother got no
When,
genes in the gene pool.
No, absolutely not.
It's weird. It's really weird having a babyface Cornette across this show.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing. I think in the dynamic dude's case, it almost certainly has to be a rib, right? Like,
yeah,
like they put him with them, like, not because they wanted people to cheer the dynamic dude, certainly, right? Like that.
No.
Not.
Probably
But-
not. Probably not.
Yeah, it was so weird. I mean, he's like kind of a non-factor in a lot of these matches, anyways. Like he doesn't really like do much of his shtick, which like thank God. But yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, the Midnight were always kind of like, at the point where they would just get so over just by being like so cool and good and like, even for like the really strict, like, keeping kayfabe days, they were always kind of like cool heels at the very minimum, leaning into baby faces. But
I was just gonna say one other line that I liked real quick. When Cornette introduces the Midnight Express, he says, "These two have wrecked more homes than Hurricane Hugo."
Oh my God, yeah, that was
Did you hear
crazy.
that? I was like, "Good Lord." They could get away with a lot, I guess.
Yeah. An interesting little note here. I want you guys to take a guess at how old Dr. Death Steve Williams is during this match.
Oh God, okay.
The ripe young age of 37.
30? No.
It says 37. Jack.
I was gonna say 30 even.
30 even? Well, you're pretty close. He's
30.
29.
Woo!
He is in his 20s.
Yeah. No, he is so. Yeah, he looks crazy old.
Yeah.
I
was just.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know that he goes on to have that long stint after, but yeah, I mean, bro was born 50, I guess.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
29.
It'll be coming for us soon. We will be
Don't
Dr.
say
Death
that.
Steve Williams is all three of us.
I'm already there, brother.
Yeah. Now most of this match is taken up by most of my notes on this match rather are taken up by JR's racism on commentary, but
yeah.
there are also this is a pretty good match, I will say.
It was good. It was a good. It was fun for the crowd too. They did some cool brawling. That's always exciting. I'm sure when you're there.
The people were popping for the doctor.
Yeah,
He was
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, all these guys can work. no
great
doubt.
House on Fire stuff out of him.
Well, Steve
And they got-
Williams is just at this point where he's just starting to really kind of like click with professional wrestling. Like this is where he gets good, and his like tag spots are so hot and people are going crazy for him. The best part, like he just absolutely beals Tonga Kid out. like at one point. Like, it just is so. He's got this perfect spot where they've told him that it's a work, but he doesn't care, and he still doesn't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time with this one. I mean, besides obviously, like we said, this just the nasty like rhetoric spread across it. But it like I said, it should have been the opener. It's a lot more hot than what came before, and the baby faces, yeah, they got a lot of good shine. And I don't know, when did Williams come in? Like how long is his after that?
I think
I mean,
he's been in WCW for just like maybe a little over a year, maybe.
Okay.
But he had been wrestling. He had been doing like local territory stuff for a little bit before then.
Okay.
Yeah, I know his football career lasted into, I think, like the early 80s.
Okay.
And so yeah, he's not been doing it very long.
No. And
While we're while we're talking about the time period, actually, just real quick before we move on, it is such a stark contrast. I know this is obvious, but it's just crazy thinking about what a WWF pay-per-view would even look like
Yeah.
compared to this. It's like a thing.
And how much better this one is. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that's always been kind of my thing. Like, I like the Saturday morning WWF era a little bit. Like, you know, I just for how like bonkers it is. But really, like with my current taste and predilections right now, like this era of NWA stuff, like just it feels so much more like a I don't know, dingy little like Fight Club sort of thing at the best of times, and then at the worst of times it looks like the first match. But yeah, like when you get these kinds of workers in this kind of ring, I think it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. Speaking of this first match, I think it's about time to talk about this next match.
Wait. No, I have some fact checks. Excuse me. Dr. Death debuted in wrestling in 1982. He was still at Oklahoma and training for wrestling because he played the 1983 Fiesta Bowl. And he was trained by none other than, can you guess? Noah Phillips' favorite, Big Bill Watts. He was originally in Mid-South, or what changed to the UWF, and he was one of the first of those wrestlers to actually get pushed by the NWA whenever it was bought out by the NWA. So he was there for about 2 years now. He had been wrestling for 7. So.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Up next, we've got more abysmal dog shit.
This is the worst match of the night. and it sucks because this is someone who we have talked about a lot in the past.
This is a certified legend.
We talked about Rich? Why have we talked about Rich before? Jump my memory.
Cooper, you want to jump?
You actually might not. Jack, you actually might not have been on.
Before I was on the show?
Maybe not. So I have somewhat of a personal connection with Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Wow, really?
Yeah, which is that he was among the various wrestlers that my mom, when she was a very young girl, would go with her grandparents to the Columbus Civic Auditorium to go see on their, I believe, weekly shows. He is not my mom's favorite wrestler. I believe I have said that before, and that is incorrect. My mom's favorite wrestler was Mr. Wrestling number 2. But Tommy Wildfire Rich was a big baby face at the time.
I don't like this guy. I don't like that he has Wildfire on his butt cheeks. Tommy Wildfire Rich. Well, it probably just also didn't help that this was also just a heatless match.
It's a long squash match on a pay-per-view. It's just
so
weird.
Long.
Yep.
I know. It goes 8 minutes. It should have gone like.
If we hadn't mentioned Tommy Rich is wrestling the Cuban Assassin here.
Was this the match that you were gonna mention, Cooper, as just having like absolutely no reaction, or are we still gonna get there later?
Oh no, this is it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they just that's what I thought. You can't. This might be straight up the most silent match I've ever watched in my life.
So, here's the thing. Tommy Rich was a real like kind of prodigy in the Georgia territory for like a good couple of years. He was, at the time that he won it, I believe the youngest NWA World's Champion for a little bit.
Okay.
He had one reign. I think he beat Ric Flair.
Whoa.
But, he was kind of like the perfect like Southern 70s babyface at the time.
Okay.
He was like an inverse Flair, where like he had the same kind of like that peroxide blonde hair that would like get stained red from his blood and everything like that. But unlike Flair, he was like a good old boy from down the road and all that kind of stuff. Always been very bland, very boring. Like could never talk to save his life, but he would like show lots of fire in his match, and so people liked him still. But this is what I say that to say is that this is Tommy Rich is an act that could only ever get over in Georgia in 1979. That is what I meant to say. So this does not translate to any other time, any other place. Especially not
10 years later,
1989 Philadelphia.
Yeah, in Philly.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Give it another 10 years and he'll be a full-blooded Italian.
Yes, he will. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
yeah, we don't have to. Oh,
sorry, I just want to say there's one match where I was not alert for, and believe it or not, it was not this match. Somehow I sat through this whole match. I'll let you know which one that is later. But
okay.
Yeah. What do you have to say about the Cuban Assassin, Jack?
I have nothing to say about the Cuban Assassin. As far as I can tell, he was really. I mean, he's like really the WCW '80s Brooklyn Brawler. I don't think he really is his own. Like, I think he's really just a job guy, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, WCW and I am somewhat familiar with the Cuban Assassin because I've watched a couple of early 80s WCCW stuff.
Whoa.
And he is also their resident Brooklyn Brawler. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I will say... oh, no, go ahead.
I was actually gonna try and segue to the next. So if we got more to say about this, let's get it all out.
Okay. No problem. The only thing that I had here was at one point JR on commentary says that Tommy Rich went into relative obscurity, and that is certainly one way to put it for what Tommy Rich has been up to since his world title run. That's
brutal. Yeah. Next we get to watch y'all's favorite new old tag team, the Dynamic Dudes, take on the Fabulous Freebirds for the NWA Tag Team Championship.
Kill Jack Dudley. Kill Jack Dudley. Kill Jack Dudley.
The dudes are also current clients of Cornette, Babyface Cornette, and they are a sight to
They're
behold.
definitely a sight. My grandparents did not watch this match.
Yeah.
Thank God. They may have thought I was watching porn or something with these pink. Like it looked absurd. Like what are we doing, guys? That is. It might be the worst gear I've ever seen. It's up there.
Oh.
It's not good. What really it just grinds my gears is that it just says dudes on their butt.
Dude.
Yeah. Not even like dynamic or something. Like that'd be
one should have said
just
dynamic,
dudes.
the other one should just say dude.
Yeah, right?
He's the dynamic and I'm the dude.
Clearly Shane Douglas is the dynamic in that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't describe John Laurinaitis as anything close to dynamic.
Right.
Just dynamic dudes.
Pushing 30 John Laurinaitis here. That's also.
Oh yeah. I can't, this is going to sound like unfair, but I'm going to be honest. When I watch these guys like wrestle under this gimmick, all I can think about is like, I can't believe that this didn't just kill their career outright.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe Ace and Shane Douglas ever did anything else, because anyone there's like a million instances like where I could think of someone being like wrestlers in WCW around this time with just some horrible, awful shit like this to just never show up again. So it's weird that it's people I'm familiar with.
Well, you see, Jack, I'm Johnny Ace, and my career can't be killed by Shane Douglas. That's the franchise,
Once you
bro.
just get-
That's a franchise right there. They had
Yeah.
the freaking franchise doing this crap, bro. One of the kids in the crowd was into it, though. Did you see the motioning to the random kid with, like, neon on? He's like, hey, that's for us. That's for us right there.
That kid looked
yeah.
like... That kid looked
Yeah,
scared
they
as
picked
fuck
him
when
up
they
and they're like,
him
put
over the
me
barricade.
down.
Yeah. More fun crowd notes is that they were very much actively rebelling against this match. The Freebirds were getting cheered like crazy for doing the most despicable heel
They're
shit.
the
we didn't even mention
Freebirds. They're
that-
awesome.
We didn't even mention that they were fighting the Freebirds. Well, hold on. You say they're awesome. This is the Hayes Garvin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Freebirds.
this was Freebirds 2.0, Jimmy Jam Garvin and Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just fine. No Bam Bam.
Well, I mean,
Bigelow
if
here.
we're supposed to get these dudes over, and then you have Jim Cornette come out, I mean, what are we doing, guys?
That's honestly true as fuck.
So Johnny Ace, obviously after this goes on to have the most shockingly important gaijin run in Japan for a while. Like he becomes like a really big deal in 90s All Japan, which makes watching those shows really hard. But whenever he comes back to America, like he's wearing his Ribera jackets and stuff, and like they just never mentioned this phase of his career ever again. As far as they know, Johnny Ace it was an import that they got in from All Japan, and like he's out there having matches with Mean Mark Callis and something at the next Starrcade.
Original Japan Mark Johnny Ace.
Yeah, he was the coldest white boy in the game for a second.
Japanophile.
Yeah.
But
The story always goes that Giant Baba's wife had a specific liking to Johnny. That's
is
the old
true.
rumor about it.
well, let me tell you something, Jack.
This is a scary impression.
Scary good or scary
I feel like
bad?
he's here.
It's like he's in the room with me, and I'm very scared. I'm very.
Happy Halloween, y'all. Speaking of scary, in the next match, we've got to face the horror of Woman.
And dude,
There's nothing scarier than that.
I was so happy.
So I didn't know that this was The debut of Doom. It was their first match.
Really?
Yeah,
Did y'all know that?
I mean, I
their
remember.
first match ever.
This was their. That's because Scott mentioned that was like the angle going into the match. They didn't know who Doom was. The woman just said she was bringing this new tag team, and they had no idea what to expect. Steiner cut that backstage promo about it.
Yeah, they let Rick Steiner do the backstage promo, by the way, not Scott. And yeah, that was something. Woman, dog. And then you got Scott Steiner sitting in the corner. Let him speak, please. That's a big bad booty daddy in the making.
Logan, it is not picking that up.
Dog, your mic peaked so hard. I cannot hear a single word you said.
It's gonna pick it up on my mic, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think at one point during that interview segment, Rick Steiner threatened to suplex.
He
woman.
did. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get her under here, and if she gets her."
I know. It was crazy. I was like, Rick, you can't say that kind of thing.
Do y'all know the backstory behind this? Like the woman Rick Steiner feud? It's
woman
insane.
did Maria Kanellis the Carl Anderson to him, right? And got him all riled up, and then he got pinned or something like that, right?
No.
Yes,
look,
but there's more.
Oh, please inform me.
Woman debuted as like she debuted as like a fan that became friends with Rick and was kind of like starting to go on dates with him, like Santino Marella style.
she was
And
his
it was
girlfriend.
Like a slow burn.
She was.
Yeah, she was his girlfriend. And then it slowly was revealed that she was like dating him to get into WCW and was also this evil woman.
Now,
She was like tricking. It was like a seductress kind of thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
when she dated Rick Steiner, did they still just refer to her as woman?
No, that was the
Yeah, woman is what it would be later.
Woman will be later. Don't worry about that.
So her name was Robin Green, and yeah, she joined with she turned on him and joined Kevin Sullivan, which is originally where she comes from in wrestling, which is like the Satanist faction in Florida.
Yeah.
So they did that for a bit, and then they brought in Doom. Another funny thing about this is that this is not Ron Simmons and Butch Reed yet. This is just Doom 1
2.
and Doom
Well, no,
2.
yeah.
Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, they're like, Doom 1 and Doom 2 here. We don't know which one's different, but also...
They
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say just they really tried to play up the whole like which one's in the ring, which one's legal, like
They look very different.
they are different shapes
Distinct
of
people.
guys, but you can really tell whenever Butch Reed is in the ring because that guy is very vocal when he sells.
Also, if I believe correctly, Woman just took this team from Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan made Doom, and then she's like, "All right, that's mine now." And then like cut Kevin Sullivan out. That's what the commentators were saying.
Oh well, maybe that happened. I don't know. I guess you're right.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that particular beat of it.
Logan probably wasn't.
I was locked in for this match. I saw Doom and Steiner, so I'm like, I'm here. And then I saw that Rick Steiner's promo, and I'm like, I'm kind of tapped out. But then I saw the minute, and I'm like, I'm back in.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never get tired of seeing this era of the Steiner Bros just suplexing the fuck out of people. Honestly,
dude, the very first move is double Germans right off the start.
Yep.
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you could say I like in my head I'm like maybe this match should have been booked differently for a debuting monster team, but I just love Steiner offense too much. It's really
Yeah.
great to watch.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, Doom are very clearly very green still at this point.
Yeah.
Simmons particularly, but and they wouldn't really I think find themselves until they're paired with Teddy Long. Like that, the Teddy Long unmasked Doom is my favorite era of them. But that being said, even at this point, you can still tell that Simmons gets it in a way that Reed doesn't, and he's the one that they give the loaded mask gimmick to at the finish too. So they even now you see hints of them seeing something in him, but.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. Later for that last tag team match we got, they clearly we could talk about it later, but they so clearly valued Sid more than Spivey and Skyscraper. But we'll get to that in a second.
But no, this match ruled, man. I don't care.
Just contrarian for the sake of it.
Some will call me Contrarian Logan. It's my new nickname.
Big Dan Spivey
Big
fan.
Dan Spivey fan.
Yeah. Big Waylon Mercy man.
Hey, that's the proto Bray Wyatt right there.
I know.
But nah, sometimes you just put big guys in the ring and you let them slam each other a bunch of times, and that's all I need. Especially Steiner's offense.
Yeah.
Steiners are a dudes rock team. That is true.
Yeah.
Can we get into this Lex
Luger
match?
Yeah. No, we got the U.S. title match first.
The Luger.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, this was my despawn out match.
This was your
not because I don't like Luger or Flying Brian. It got on. It was the interest. I was into it, and then all of a sudden, woman put me under the sleep spell, and I fell asleep and woke up, and Luger was still champ. And I literally woke up and the match ended. I was like, oh, I was in a sunroom and I don't know what happened, but I mean, I was sitting in a chair like this, not leaned back or anything, propped up, and just as soon as I don't know what happened. So you guys are gonna have to form me. I haven't gone back and watched it, so.
Yeah, I liked this one. I think Pillman at this age is a really fun babyface to get behind, and Luger played his role perfectly as it's nothing fancy, but yeah, he's a cocky brute, and he manhandled him when he needed to. He took the high flying offense when he needed to, and yeah, I enjoyed it, honestly.
Yeah, this is one of the rare very good Lex Luger matches.
Honestly, yeah, that is true.
And it's because Lex Luger is genuinely, I think, a really great heel.
I was going to actually mention that right after. Yeah.
It's just a shame. Seeing his heel stuff, and throughout his career too. I think this has been true in 1989 as much as it was in 1999. This is a pattern where he's so good as a heel. It boggles my mind that two separate promotions kept trying to make him a babyface multiple times.
Yeah.
The Lex Express in the WWF, and when he comes back to WCW, he's like a white meat, babyface, and that stuff is so boring and so not what he is good at.
I know.
But yeah, he's having a lot of fun and really thrives here.
Yeah, I mean, he's great as just like a cocky strong man. He knows he's the shit, and he doesn't. He's a classic, arrogant sort of powerhouse. And I think you're right too about his whole offense lends itself to that. It's so showy and.
It's the torture rack.
Kind of mean. The rack is really mean. Yeah, when you think about it in this context.
I was going to say also talking about Flying Brian. to as being like it really caught in between eras almost.
Sure.
Like because he's a smaller guy that is very like for the time and for the NWA, he's like from the future. Like he's like and he wouldn't really find somebody that gets what he wants to do until they bring in Liger, is where they really start clicking with Pillman. And so he's trying to work these kind of like big man matches while being clearly at this like size disadvantage, and then they finally find that they discover the cruiserweight style kind of with him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a dang shame that it won't be too long when they start forcing this man to tag with the Z-Man.
yeah, they do this, but then they find the Hollywood Blondes too, and with Austin, and that's some good stuff too. So.
And important too.
The best part here that I made a note of was that JR and Connell actually they do a pretty good job explaining that because Pillman goes on this run where he just keeps doing like these kind of like back and forth runs onto Luger, and they explained that he's trying to use these like dives to basically just to get Luger off his feet and get him wrestling defensively, like on the ground, instead of like being like a stand-up, power move game, because he knows he's not going to win that, so he has to like find a way to like flatten him, and then he can work him. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
I agree.
On to the next one.
Yeah. This was this is kind of an like a pass. Well, it's not a passing the torch. It's more like the Road Warriors are being replaced kind of storyline. Like a little bit of a crisis. They took on the Skyscrapers, Dan Spivey, and Sid Vicious, who I think had also just recently debuted.
Who? I only know Dan Spivey, brother. Look, Noah's
the
gone.
That you do to keep yourself
Noah's
entertained.
Gone, and someone has to fill this role. And by God, I'm gonna do it.
Do we?
Yes.
Do we?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta kill this gimmick too. This is
No. All jokes aside, my grandpa watched this match and he goes, "Who's like out of these people like the most known?" And I said, "Oh, it's the tall guy, the tall blonde one, Sid." I said, he ends up being like world champion and stuff like that. I said, it could be arguably that Legion of Doom together, but like Sid probably, most important if you're saying like singular person out of this whole match,
Sure.
And who was accompanying the Skyscrapers but Mr. Teddy Long himself, Theodore R. Long, with the key.
I don't know what Teddy Long's key is about.
Well, that's the key
I wish I knew.
to the building.
It's a loaded
key to the building
key.
that the Skyscrapers are in because they're the Tyus.
Is that can't be what it is.
That's my
that
headcanon.
Can't be what it is. The key to the Skyscraper?
Yeah, the key to the Skyscrapers.
Like the door
he unlocks their power.
That's ridiculous.
He has the key to their victory.
It's
key to unlock the door of the Skyscraper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that key was important later.
Yeah, it is important. This match kind of peed my O, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, I mean, it was like I was hoping for another just big brawler tag team match like the one we got 2 matches ago, and was not expecting annoying ass cheating heel shtick from 2 6'9" monsters like Spivey and Sid Vicious. Like, what use do they have doing that, man? How does that get the fucking skyscrapers over?
They were.
Hey, say what you will about all that. At one point, Sid just rocks Hawk with like this
That is
spinning
true.
razor's edge kind of move, and that I think almost made up for it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember what you're talking about. It's weird seeing the Road Warriors be the underdogs in something like this.
It's
I
very
know I
weird.
mentioned it before, but it's not right.
It is right. I don't know if you know this, Jack, but the House of Torture Ratchers studied the Skyscrapers tapes to learn what they needed to do for their heel shtick.
I believe it. Who's gonna
disagree?
Who's gonna start using the key? Who's gonna start using the key as their weapon in the House of Torture? Who on the roster could use
Why
a
does
key?
everything have to be loaded? Yeah, we didn't even mention that the Samoan SWAT team versus Midnight and stuff ended with the loaded tennis racket being hit in the head of Bobby Eaton or something like that.
It's funny how like Cornette is a babyface, but he still kept that thing loaded. He could have just not put it in there.
What are they loading? Like they never explain.
At that point, you get
loading a gun.
I think.
I mean, at that point, you get so used to it, you just leave it in there,
Yeah.
right? Like you just.
I guess so.
Right. I do think that the loaded mask gimmick for Doom is a little weird. I'm not a big fan of the loaded mask gimmick anyway, like just for anybody, because like surely that hurts you too.
It hurts you just as much.
Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. The key stuff is so like it's so
Doesn't
sticky
make any sense.
that it loops back around to being all right for me. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe hey Jack, does Doki have a weapon of torture?
I think he uses that same steel pipe he had in Suzuki Gun.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
But I mean, we
Yeah.
could. I mean, in theory, though, like at least like the loaded key, it's like okay, this is obviously a weapon. You know, like why would you have a key for any other reason?
dog, that's a Lego key. Is what it is.
It's
In true
ridiculous.
WCW fashion, they end their semi-main event on a DQ by hitting their opponent with a key.
You know who to thank for that, baby.
Big
Yeah.
Bill Watts.
And while we're on the topic of glorious shit in WCW and NWA, oh boy,
This
what we got coming up next?
I'm not kidding you. I was so confused at the start of the Thunderdome match because the whole show they're having backstage people being like, 100,000 volts of electricity. The only way to win is by your manager throwing in the towel. And you know Ole's not going to do it. And I forget he was the manager of the Tex Corporation.
It's Gary Hart.
It's like,
is his name.
how much pain can you endure? And like, did they
Dude, Terry.
did they say they didn't get it? I didn't hear them say that. So like, I watched the start of the match, and Terry Funk starts climbing the cage. I'm like, what is he doing?
Immediately, like the first
what are you
10 seconds of the
doing? The gimmick, brother, the gimmick.
Dude, so I don't know what happened here. I don't know where the wires got crossed, but they did not even try to sell that as a fucking electric cage.
well, they did at first. I thought because as the cage is coming down, one of the little bits of like Halloween decoration, like the tarp or whatever,
true.
catches on fire.
It catches on fire, and in a cool moment, Muda like blows it out with the
Muda
mist.
missed it.
That's why they
Oh,
they
it was
said
awesome.
because the tarp catches on fire, they couldn't do the electricity. Is what the thing was supposedly.
Are you sure?
I doubt that that's
like
It just to me, it's like
well, no, because Terry Funk still sells that. No, not. I think Muda at one point climbs up the cage and he like sells like getting shocked.
okay. So it's just Funk that didn't fucking care.
I think so. I think so.
He said, "I'm not doing that." Terry, this is a little aside. Terry is like 45 already here, by the way. That's not my point though. He is like
Middle-aged and crazy.
He's middle-aged and crazy. I don't think I've ever seen Terry Funk looking this jacked. Why is he so defined? This is not Terry Funk.
This is like
he's got washboard abs.
Yeah, this is this weird stage of Terry Funk where he gets like oddly ripped because so before this, or maybe after this, I forget when, but at some point he has that fantastic world title match with Flair, and I think he was trying to bulk up for the Flair match.
Dude, he was shredded, bro.
Trying to show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's weird. I think it helps him because he's ripped, but he's also still like oddly thin and gangly, and like has this. It's almost like the kind of rip that you get when like you just don't eat for a little bit. Like it's like it looks like he's like starving himself almost, and just doing like really like hard like manual farm labor or something. Like, you know, he's not working out in a gym or something, right? Like, so it's the kind of thing that works for him, I think.
For sure. I'm about to send the most, when I was trying to find the exact explanation of why there was no electricity, which I didn't find what I found before, but I did find something equally as awesome. So I'm going to need you guys to alert your attention to the chat.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Oh my god. Well,
Jesus Christ.
That is the most insane image of Oliver Humperdinck I have ever. His eyeballs are about to pop out of his head. Dude.
That's pretty. That's cool.
For those who don't know, we're recording this at 11:36 p.m. in the nighttime, and that's gonna keep me up for at least another like 12 hours.
This cage is this whole thing is crazy. Like, they reuse this actually later. They do the same cage for the Chamber of Horrors, I guess, because they spend all this fucking money on it.
Yeah. I love this cage.
It's cool looking, I think.
Yeah.
I think it really is exciting. And I like the match too, despite how just ridiculous the no electricity thing.
Yeah.
I like how overbooked it is. I like this AEW trying shit like this. And especially for Halloween Havoc, you know. I think it fit well with it's like a Vincent Price movie.
Yeah.
But in wrestling form.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I like the finish too. I like thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Punch.
It's so cartoony. It's that's a very like Vince move, I think. But I mean, say what you will about the logistics of the cage and the electricity and all that. Not doing the electricity means that they get to do the Tarzan.
Yes, that was what I was gonna say. Is my favorite spot of when Ric Flair starts Tarzan swinging on Funk, and then Sting gets up there too. I was like, "This is the best match ever, bro." I was like, "This is so stupid. I love it."
Did he just come up with that on the fly? Do y'all think?
I hope so.
That is
so
nuts.
Because. Oh, well, I was about to say, I think maybe because after he does it, I think then, like, Buddha and Sting, like, you know, like, you see, like, oh, this is cool. We should do this. So.
They all were like, wait, give me a turn.
Let me swing. No, okay. from what I understand, they had the tarp, and there was pyro that I guess every time they would touch the cage would go off, kind of like exploding barbed wire, you know.
Sure.
But when the tarp catched on fire, they turned the pyro off. I guess worried that it was going to catch more on fire. So that's why they had like no electricity during the whole match. And Terry Funk decides to immediately start climbing the stage and be like, "This ain't gimmick, brother."
Right.
Just make it clear. I was like, what is this guy doing? He's supposed to sell this, and he's like climbing the cage frame one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did really enjoy the finish.
I thought it was real fun.
What do you think? What was your favorite match on the card, Cooper?
Oh, my favorite match. It's a toss up between this one and the SWAT team midnight Dr. Death match. I think that is kind of like what I would go to if I'm wanting like, serious, like NWA, capital RASSLIN wrestling for my night. And this is what this main event is what I would put on if I am having a Halloween party and I just want to get some friends together and get blackout drunk and watch some stupid wrestling.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah. My favorite match of the night, it was probably this, but I liked the Luger Pillman match a lot actually. I was a big fan of that one. I liked that style. Me personally, I really enjoyed the Z-Man versus Captain Mike Rotunda.
I like the Doom versus Steiner's match a lot. I don't know. I'm a sucker for meatheads, though. I did enjoy the absolute dumb shenanigans of this match, and just the constant figure fours on the poor Terry Funk. He was so shredded. Like, I went back and looked at another picture. I'm like, gosh, he was it is like he's absurdly, because he's not normally too, when you look at that young Funk too, he's more bulky, but he's not as shredded, Yeah. And this man is perpetual.
I think it's a character choice to be he spent all this time away not eating and doing manual labor on the farm, and it's and now he's this rangy cowboy weirdo.
My perpetually 45-year-old Terry Funk will never be older, will never be younger. Well, do you have anything to say about Halloween Havoc before we end this episode?
No, just happy Halloween, everybody. This was a great time.
It's spooky month.
Happy Halloween. I'm glad that after WCW closed that they never did a Halloween Havoc again. And that it was free from the clutches of any horrible corporations.
AI generated Halloween Havoc.
They really gave the developmental brand Halloween Havoc.
And Heatwave. And ECW Heatwave. Let's not forget.
Bash.
And the Great American Bash.
And Vengeance Day and New Year's Evil. And
yeah, they can have those ones.
They need Cyber Sunday.
About that.
Yeah, well, with that being said, don't worry. The Halloween celebrations is over. We're forcing everyone to watch See No Evil next week. But with that being said... Thank you for listening to Strongest Style, a pro wrestling podcast. That has been it for us, dear listener, this week. We will be back next week with a couple hours of rousing wrestling content, including the Roderick Strong versus Eric Stevens retrospective. If you want to follow us on social media, you can follow me at @ByLoganHurst, you can follow Jack at AverageDarth. Cooper doesn't have a social media, but Cooper, any last words?
I'm not an AI, I promise.
He says as his whole computer screen glitches out. We will see you guys later. Goodbye and good night. Bang! Dynamic dudes forever.